on YouTube, but TikTok just, they straight up cut me last night, like in the middle of whatever. They cut it and then told me I was blocked and lost access to doing a live or going on a live according to them until the 8th. So peace, love, and light. Oh, I started and I didn't even know. Welcome in, YouTubies. Right? Let me ping all my people, all my soul tribers, whoever is meant to find the pathways on the light grid, whoever's lighting up on the light grid. I tap into you all right now. My soul tribers, you all know who you are. This is the detox, a detach. So I'm going to be sharing with y'all. I'm going to kind of guide you through it, guide you into it. Take me through there. Take me through there. We're going to go through there, right? Let me see what you're saying there, right? Let me see what you're saying with the glasses, right? Are you outside? Your background is beautiful. Yes, thank you, Jabundance. I love being outside. I love, if I'm inside, it's because it's raining. I don't really like doing lives inside. I sit with my tree in the backyard. The tree are the elders, right? So yes, this is my real tree in the front yard. I'm on the front yard stoop, right? Beautiful, and the earrings match some slipper. Oh, okay. Oh, you have, yes, thank you. These my Heru earrings, you see? That's that third eye activation right now. Cause what? We in the third eye season. What you smoking on though? Nothing. You want this smoke? Who want this? You don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke right here. This that sage. This is to clear the bullshit, right? Because I got to be protecting the energy. Like these electronics, they, listen, I got to clear the energy. I got to protect the energy, keep it around me because I be under attack. I'm telling you, these light bodies, these, when you lighten up on the light grid, oh, ain't, they can't stand you. They can't stand us. They cannot stand us. Light warriors in the family and the bloodline, all that. That's why I've been talking about it lately. Bloodlines are under attack. That's what's up. We're under attack, right? I'm outside right now too in my tent. What? In my tent? You in the tent? I'm jealous. I want to be in the tent in the backyard. Greetings, Clay. Come on in. What you say, say, say. Tap in, tune in to tune up. Ha ha, nice. Yes, DAS. Can I call you Das? What you want me to call you? D, Das, or DAS? Yes, Das. This the smoke right here. This is my sacred piece. I'm gonna be doing the retreat, and in the retreat, I'm gonna be giving this to some of the retreaters. A little, a little package. This is my new thing that I'm gonna be packaging, my sacred piece. You know how people like to walk with a piece. This my piece. Who want this smoke? They don't want this smoke. This, I'm gonna have this, a stick of Palo Santo, one sage, and a lighter. That's gonna be your sacred peace package for anybody who orders them. I'm gonna be giving them to, the retreaters this month, at the end of this month while I'm in Jamaica. Woohoo, on an ancestral retreat. But then after that, I'm gonna start like selling it, or, somehow getting it out there to people, because I feel like everybody want one. Like when I was on my retreat, I walked with my own sacred piece. And everybody liked it. That's why I knew it was like a good idea. They was like, "Oh, you walk with that?" Yep, I got it in my bag. Everywhere I go, I have this little like Ziploc bag, and I have my sage, I have my Palo Santo, and I have my lighter wherever I need it. Cause sometimes things be just coming up when you on the go. People want to tap into your energy, siphon your energy. The little demons be acting up, the energies be cutting up. And we gotta, I don't gotta curse you out. Sometimes I just need to light this. And then some people, you'll hear them, and they'll be like, "Ooh, I can't, what's that smell?" I'll be like, demon. When they like, "I can't stand it. Oh, this is too much for me." I bet it is. Clear. You get a sage. The hell up out of here. I love my sacred peace. One time I was in the backyard, meditating, and like a whole, like, I want to say 2 houses over, because there's the neighbor and there's the neighbor and the neighbor next door. and I'm hearing her coughing, cough, and my smoke is blowing in that direction. And she just started coughing, coughing. I was like, yep, get the hell up out of here. Clear that up. Clear my, and it's not even so much about them, it's clear my energy space. This is another, there's so many things that we can do to detox, to detach without really getting too engaged and giving too much of our energy, allowing people to have us to lower our vibrations and feel like we gotta, get at them, get with them on that level. No, 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 we don't need to. Das, yes. Okay, okay, I could say it that way. I'll be back with your gift, sis. I have to recharge when I get off. Okay, peace. Thank you, Jabundance. Thank you so much. Where in Jamaica will you be? I will be in Portland. Portland. I'm really gonna be all over. I'm coming into Kingston and I gotta go to Westmoreland. I gotta go out west first because I'm still helping a family out there who I've been raising funds for. So if anyone feels to donate, please go ahead. You can Zelle me by using my email at akilatextry@gmail.com. We are just buying everything that anybody has donated. I give it directly to the warehouse. That's where the money goes. And I found a warehouse that was able to, credit us, which is very hard to do in Jamaica, but they credit us some of what we didn't have, knowing that I was taking in donations so that it can fulfill the need. And it's just helping this one family, this lady with 3 children, to build a room in the back of the house, just one room. So whatever it is, it's not no big project. So whatever it is that you all can give, a little bit goes a long way. So yeah, I'll be over there first, and then the retreat that I'm hosting will be in Portland. It's an ancestral passage because what? The ancestors in time are the codes in your bloodline, right? And it is a Sankofa journey. That shit worked for real. Yes, it do. For real, for real. Sacred Peace package. I love it. Thank you, Jabundance. Jabundance is like, I love it. I love it. So we could, wherever you go, you just light it up and clear your space anytime. Anytime at the drop of a dime. Right? I'm in West. Oh, you're in West. What part of Westmoreland? I kind of park myself in the grill, and then the family that I'm helping is like, I want to say in the Burnt Savannah area, Grange Hill. Yeah, in like the Grange Hill area, Grange Hill, Burnt Savannah, Frome. Frome is close by, but I think it's really considered Grange Hill. So that's the family that I'm helping in that area. But usually when I go, I kind of post off in the grill, right? Divine alignment, right? Jabless said divine alignment. So you're in Westmoreland and I'll be going over there. Jabundis says, I agree. How do I get rid of bad energy in the home? In the home, same thing. There's a couple things you could do. And remember that your words have power. So first, like when I use this all the time. When I clean, sweep, and mop out my house, I get that sage. And I sage out every room from the back to the front. I'm going to tell y'all just like how I was guided to do it. If you really want to strongly clear out the house, frankincense and myrrh. You take the myrrh first. You put it on the coal, the little black coal. Take the myrrh, put it on the coal. You may have to put it in a plate or something because it's really, really hot. And you start in the furthest back of the room, back of the house. Furthest room that is furthest from the front door, right? From the back of the house. You start in that room and you make your way out. Leave no room unturned. Closets, all of that. And you take that myrrh and you burn out the house and you say what it is that you want to leave. If it's a certain type of energy in a particular room, cast it out. If it's your children's room and there's things that you don't like that they do, maybe they procrastinate, maybe they, whatever it is, you call out. I remove the spirit of procrastination. I remove the spirit of disobedience. I remove whatever it is that you want to call out. You call it out, right? Cast out anything you want to cast out. Your bathroom, everything, your room, whatever you want to cast out that you feel like just icky in whatever space you're in. Cast it out. Cast it all out as you walk through, right? And you can always use the book of Psalms. Psalms is a very powerful book. So if you don't know what to say, you can look through the book of Psalms and just let your spirit guide you as what to use, what psalm to use to get rid of. There's a psalm that is actually geared towards purifying the home and removing certain things. So check that out. So you do all that with the myrrh first, right? And then you leave that at the door. You do it all from the back of the house, come into the front, and then you leave that at the door. And then you get the frankincense and put that on a coal. And now you start, usually when I do the myrrh, by the time I get to the door, the door is closed until I get to the door. When I get to the front door, because the house is now smoked up, when I get to the front door, I open the front door and let it all fly out. Like, I imagine it like a suction, just suctioning out everything. And I open the front door and I say whatever I need to say to let it go out. Get out. Get out. Cross over. You have no space here. Remove yourself. Remove, y'all. You know, whatever comes to your mind. And I open the door and flush it all out. Then I leave it at the door. Then I light a frankincense. And I start at the door. Start at the front door, because now with the frankincense, you're calling in everything you want. You're calling in the good, the blessings, all that you want into your house. And then you start from the front door and you move in that opposite direction all the way to the furthest part of the house, calling in all that you want with the frankincense. So the myrrh, removing everything from the back to the front. The frankincense, calling in everything, protection, guidance, all of that from the front to the back. Faithfully, I answered that. Faithfully, I answered that. I know I did, but faithfully, you got it, right? Did I answer that? Did that help? Darliston. I'm in Darliston. Okay, yes, I heard that name when I was there. A community called New Works. I heard Darliston when I was there. What is Darliston closest to? Because I know I heard the name. Myrrh. What? And what else? Okay, myrrh, frankincense. All right, so the myrrh and the frankincense. And on a regular basis, you can always use the sage. If you just feel heavy in the house, just light the sage and just clear out what you don't want. And then after the sage, I light the Palo Santo. The Palo Santo is like bringing in the good news. Kind of look at it like that. Just like how you use the myrrh first to clear out, use the sage to clear out. And just like how you use the frankincense to bring in the good, you use the Palo Santo to bring in the good. Right? So these are things you can do to clean your house. Another thing you can do is when you mop your floor with Florida water. I love the smell of that. Ooh. Florida water. And sometimes another thing you can do when you're mopping your floor, put a little sugar, a little sweetness. If you want to bring more sweetness into your home, more sweet abundance, and just a sweet essence, put a little sugar in your mop water. Mop it with sweetness. Right? These are just other little things you can do. Okay, thank you. We're welcome. We're welcome. Thank you. What's your name? All I see is an icon. I don't see a name, so what would you prefer me to call you? Yes, that helps. I wrote it down. We're welcome. Anything that can help. Anything that can help. So that's what you can do. Those are things you can do to burn out your house and clear out your space. And just chant it out. Sometimes if you feel something, remember the word is power. Your word is your sword. So even if you don't have something right there readily with you, you can also, this is powerful. You can also clap. You can walk through your house. Sounds break up energy. If you have bells, you can ring bells. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. So you can ring bells, you can clap, clap, clap. And while you're walking through and you clapping, you just break up the energy, break up the sounds. Get whatever you don't need. Hold on. Oh, okay, I got a chief. I think you have a visitor. Right? You can clap it up, you can break up the sounds, and you can use bells, tinctures, all of that, and break it all up. Ashe. So any of that can help. Is there anything else, Spirit? What else can they use to clear the home? That's mainly it. If anything else comes to mind, I'll definitely let you know. Ashe. So with that, let's go. Let's get back to the detox. Let's get back to the detox because we detoxing to detach. And this is what I really want to share with you all. And for those who are invested, for those who are ready to do this, to step into the next shift, these are things that we're going to need as a lot of things are happening right now, right? A lot of chaos. Hi. A lot of chaos, a lot of things that y'all see happening way over there. We hear people talking about there's a lot of stuff being let off in the air, right? And this is what I really wanted to explain to y'all before they had cut me off yesterday. So, oh, and I forgot to show you for who said they like my earrings. I had this as well. Look at this. I love my copper pieces. Third eye activation, and I put that blue in there. That's that lapis lazuli. That's for the third eye and the throat chakra. You know, that's my piece right there. I forgot to put it on. That's my piece. So I had a meditation on 4-4. So let me share that with y'all before we go into what this detox is about. And this was a meditation that had streams of like doomsday facts, right? And everything that you could think of that's been happening was just in my feed, in my Instagram feed, which I had not been on in a while, right? This is what they cut me off with. Stick with me, TikTok, because this where they cut me off before I could share this with y'all. And it was like watching the news. I don't watch the news. And that's what it felt like. Like I'm watching the news with facts and all this preparation of truths of things that are actually happening. And as it was happening, it's like, okay, Spirit, what is this? And then finally something hit. And as soon as I got it, everything was being brought to me, right? And then someone called me right after that as soon as I got it, and I kind of gave them the immediate download before I meditated on it. Because sometimes when things come to me like that, I need to sit, I need to go outside, I need to ground, I need to meditate on this. Come on, Spirit, Medu Netter, divine nature, I need you to speak to me. I need to sit with my elders right here, my 2D consciousness, because there's wisdom in the 2D consciousness. That's why a lot of us who are meditating, we need to go back and sit. You hear a lot of people telling you ground. It's not just about walking around bare feet. Yes, it is about electromagnetic charges. We're electromagnetic beings, and this earth is electromagnetic. So it's a conversation that we're having. We're having a whole electromagnetic conversation, right? Ashe. Hey, peace, love, and light, legacy. Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome. And so I had to sit with the 2D consciousness and really, marinate on it. But what I got immediately, I could feel that there's some type of agenda, as we all know. And there's something about this truth. Let's not get it twisted. That's what I was hearing. Don't get it twisted, my spiritual people, my spiritual family, my chosen of the chosen few. Keep tapping the hearts for those of you who are here. Let me see who's here. It's Jesus. I go by. Oh, okay. I go by Zeus. I live in Texas. All right. Thank you. I thought you was going to say I go by Jesus. I go by Zeus. Hey, what do you say the best thing is to walk away from people who gossip about you? Ooh. Oh, that's deep. I like that. I like that question. What do you say is the best thing to walk away? And I'm going to just have to say, just walk away. So walk away from people who gossip about you, because if they gossiping about you, they're putting their words on you. They're putting they're spinning words. They're spinning spells about you, right? Because words is power, and when we say things, we're casting spells. When they're gossiping, a lot of times people don't realize that they're casting spells, and that's not good for the throat chakra, but that's their throat chakra, not yours. We have to learn to, especially in this third eye season that we're in, Depersonalize. See, this is why I'm doing the detox to detach. And I'm seeing 3 and 3. So there's that 33 again, creative completion. We have to depersonalize. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They know not themselves. Keep the hearts pumping. Keep the hearts pumping, because the more we tap into hearts, I almost forgot myself. The more we tap into hearts, the more we open up the pathways for the energetic algorithms to get these people to finding us. Right? To those who it's meant for. To those who it is meant for. This ain't for everybody, right? So when they're gossiping, like, the best thing you could do is walk away from it. That energy is not for you, and the divine is showing you that they're not for you, right? I'll call you. The divine is showing you that they're not for you. They're not for your best interest. So a lot of these things that you're feeling, that you're sensing, is for the good. Because the way things are happening right now, we really need to understand, overstand, and understand that in this shift, everybody can't go with you. And the only way you're going to see who people really are is by seeing them act up with you, by feeling the betrayal, by feeling the disgust, the gossiping, the comfort, everything that you sense. When you see that faithfully, if you get it, right, it's going to recognize, you're going to realize with your real eye and recognize the remembering that you're in, remembering who you are, and that this is not for you. The vibration that they're on is not a vibrational match for you, and you could only see it. Some of you already see it, right? Some of us already see it, we know it, and we see it, but for some reason we still sympathize with it, or we're giving chances, we're giving grace. This is why I say it's not your job. Take it out your mind. It's not your job to give people grace. Stop trying to be the hero. Stop trying to be the do-gooder. That's not your job to give grace. It's not your job to give chances. Because all you're doing is enabling behaviors. So leave that up to the divine. If there's a chance in hell for them, or in heaven, however you want to look at it, if there's a chance in this realm for them, then let it be divinely guided. Let it be divinely orchestrated. You don't put your hands in it. This is sometimes where even we want to play God. That's God's job. Great order of divinity. That's the job of the order of divinity. There is an order. There are spiritual laws already put in place. It is for us to be in alignment with these spiritual laws. And it's not our job to give people grace and give them a chance. Let them create a space for themselves. Let them create a chance for themselves. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Empathize, do not sympathize. Let me say that again. Empathize, do not sympathize. I do not sympathize with demons. When I say that, I mean all demons are unhealed wounds. So I do not sympathize with the unhealed wounds of others. Ashe, tap, 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 tap up the hearts. Welcome in, tap up the hearts. Right? So I don't sympathize with nobody's unhealed wounds. I have empathy. I'm empathic, so of course I feel you. I'm clairsentient, so of course I feel you. I feel all the information. I feel the information in your field, what needs to be shown to me. Let me not say all of it, because I don't know everybody. No one knows everything about everybody. But certain things, particular things, are revealed to people at particular times and for particular reasons. This is why I don't like when some people, when they know you have a gift, and they'll be like, oh, if you're like that, then what am I thinking right now? I'm like, this is not a turn on, turn off gift for your shits and giggles. Right? That's not what this is. The information that's being shown to me for a particular reason and purpose is that's just it. Sometimes things are shown to me that I don't even want to see. I don't care to see. I didn't ask for it. But it's being shown to me. Sometimes you ask things and it's not shown to you because it's not meant for you to be privy to it. Right? So anyhow, I went down that road. I digress. Right? So it's really for us to know where our self is. And when we sense and we see what people are doing and we feel it and we know it's not right, It's time for us to be held accountable to it. Saturn and Aries, accountability in this new cycle of new beginnings. So what are you accountable for? And this is what the energies are pushing us into. They're helping us. They're not ruining your life. They're helping us. It may feel like things are falling apart, but it's because it's the doomsday that is preparation for the rebirth day. What you are rebirthing into, what you are being called to, chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. And so there's zero time. The energies are saying we give zero fucks, zero flux, right? There's no time. We got no time for fake ones. Just sip some Cristal with these real ones. We have no time for the false matrix. That's what that says. We have no time for falsities in the false matrix. Ashe, let me see if I missed some of what some of you are saying. Just got the #1 viewer. Ashe, Ashe. Yeah, that Lapis Lazuli is it. Thank you for following the live. Not so polite. I like that because we about to be not so polite right now in these frequencies. A lot of people are not going to like you. They don't like us already. That's why they was cutting me off the live yesterday. They don't like speakers of truth. They don't like guest speakers of truth. They don't like the 144 ascendants. Ashe. So we about to be not so polite, and we gonna be okay with it, because guess what? When you know your intentions, you know who and whose you are, and that's all that matters. When you know, and this is why I want to talk to us about the detox, the detach, and when you know yourself and how to depersonalize, how to detach from others. So giving it back to that question, it's gonna be about depersonalizing, and you're not gonna have them up either. When we operate on the love frequency, we don't do what we do out of grudge and vengeance and feelings of I can't stand you. It's more like, you know what? Do you, boo? I see that you don't know yourself, so you have to gossip in order to deflect and project what you don't know how to introspect, right? They don't know how to. They don't know how to face themselves. So they do that to avoid. It's an avoidance mechanism. They avoid their soul's work and their soul's journey while they are forfeiting their soul's purpose. Ashe? When you play God, you give your power to the malevolent forces. Malevolent. I don't know why that word always trips me up. But the mal forces, yes, Ashe. When you play God, you give your power away, because you're playing. Why play God when we know we are gods? Ye are gods. So if you are gods, then do like your Father. We don't see God over here playing around with little low vibrational stuff, arguing back, trying to get people to see what you see, trying to get people to understand you, to respect you. God does not beg for anything. Great order of divinity needs nothing from you. So if you are like God, then be ye of God. Don't play God. Don't play with God, and don't play God. Be a part of the great order of divinity, right? And in being so, we don't need to give our power away. We don't need to stoop to any other levels. Don't give grace. Just be in the grace. Be it. And when you're in it, you have a certain type of compassion for the collective as well. That helps you to have a balance of your soul's sovereignty. Your soul's sovereignty. That's it. Welcome in, Brother Frank. Peace, love, and light. Let's be frank. Give some hearts. Continue to send some hearts so that it helps open the pathways for those that need to find us, to light us up on the light grid. Those who are in remote places. And when I say remote, I don't mean far. I just mean they are remotely somehow cut off from finding the pathways on the light grid. So they're in a remote space, right? Let's help them get from that remote space and bring them into this place. Ashe, right? They are putting you in a place you already worked for. Yep, that's what it feels like to me. Yes, they're putting you in a place you already worked for. You already did it, and you don't need to be put back there. That part right there, that's what I'm talking about. Tap up the live, tap up the live. Haruk Hootie Energy, thank you. Heru Hudi. Heruk Hudi. I know that's Kemetic. I know that's Kemetic, Ty. I don't quite got it yet, but I'm hearing Heru, so I know it has something to do with Heru. And when I hear Hudi, I think of Jehudi. So I'm hearing like this mix of this Heru and Jehudi energy. Oh, Aries energy, Heruk Hudi energy. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, that's another one of the gods. In our 5D calendar, Aries, we named Aries Asar. And I heard the name Heruk Hudi. Okay. But what I get from it is Heru and Jehudi put together. And it was the messages of Jehudi that helped Heru defeat Set and throw Set off the throne. So he stopped Set tripping in your consciousness. Story for another day, right? So let's get back to, because I don't want to stray too far from this detox. I gotta keep it focused. Sometimes the other information be coming in and it's good and it's beautiful and it's true, but we gotta keep it focused, right, on what we do, what we came to do. So this preparation, what I was sensing as I turned off, and I was like, let me get off, because this whole feed was just preparation, doom, kind of doom and gloom, but it was all truths. It was things about the Rockefellers. I don't know how many of you have heard that, but the Rockefeller proclamation, where they're saying we will keep their minds weak and we'll keep them poisoned and we'll keep them getting sick, and we will do all of these things that we will do to the people, right, by the Rockefellers. So I've got greasy right here, saw some grease. And I know that that is true. And there was information about food that we need to stock up. There was another information that I knew was very important about this guy who was in the Uber, who was listening to some very well-established rich people that he was Ubering, and how they're on the phone with their daughter and they're moving money from here to, they're getting rid of certain things. And he was like, he usually mind his business, but he was like, something going on that I don't know about. And the man looked at his wife, they looked at each other, and he was like, all I can say to you is take care of your family and have enough stuff stacked up for at least 6 months. And he was dead serious. He said, I knew these people wasn't playing. And he was like, I had to come on and say something about it, because these people, these elites and these people with money or whatever, they know what's going on behind the scenes, but they can't say much to everybody else. So these are real-time things that are happening. But what I'm sensing in all of these that I'm hearing is that it's another, how do I say it? They mean well, right? Y'all listen to me real good and well. They mean well. Let me tap up the hearts. I want y'all to listen to me really good and well when I say this. When we hear and see things like this, and we acknowledge that it is true, it's a resonance and it's truth, and we get it, right? They mean well, but know that that opposition energy is utilizing this, because don't think they're not aware that a lot of us are waking up. They're aware of the mass awakening that is happening. Even more people are waking up. More light warriors are coming into their divine essence and finding their gifts and breaking away from bloodline traumas and karmic loops. And all of this is helping to amplify the light penetration and amplify the light activation, light grid activation. This scares the bejesus out of them. And so what they're doing is they're flipping what we know as well. I want y'all to hear me, stick with me on this, because this is a war. This is a spiritual warfare, and they are waging war by any means necessary. So this is a way to kind of covertly maneuver, manipulate in certain ways, right? To, come on now. They removed me. What? They removed me again. Let me, I can't make this up. It's like I can't, this part, they don't want me to talk about. They don't want me to talk about. OMG. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. Gossiping, misinformation. Let me tell you, they be tripping up in here. They be tripping. This is the second time they did. What am I talking about? I didn't even talk about the shots. This is what I was talking about last night. I'm literally, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Let me see. I'm gonna kind of see if what I did last night works, which was to appeal. I had to appeal to keep going. I can't make this up. Detox or detach. I'm gonna have to do probably a detox or detach part 2 tomorrow, because if they even let me on tomorrow. If they even let me on. So, anyway, for those who are still here, GP, are you with me? Oh, yeah, we having church. See, I was getting right to the point again, and they stopped it. They stopped it. Restore your life accent by completing an optional policy training. They want me to do policy training. Y'all see how they so, this what I don't like about TikTok. Policy training for what? I'm not doing it. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. So anyhow, T.Y. Legacy and Clay. Let me speak to you all today. Ashe, ashe. So I want to ask you all, and what you see, have you been seeing any of these, and what are your thoughts on, as I'm saying, they're showing this information to kind of throw us off, to have this opposition energy to kind of throw us off. They don't want us to see they're maneuvering in these different ways. I don't know if y'all are seeing this, but it's to kind of throw us off in a way, showing us all this is still a part of their agenda and still a way of instilling fear. It's a proposal of fear in some type of way, but under the disguise of concern for survival. Like, if you guys want to get it right, you know, this is what we got to do. So I don't know how many of you have seen this, right? Guest live access restricted. Okay, I'm restricted. Let me know who, if you still here, let me know how many of you have seen, or like just seeing some of this, and what are your thoughts on it? Because I know I'm not the only one that's seeing it. What are your thoughts on them sending this information? And when I say them, let me say it again, like what I was saying before it got cut. They mean well. The people that are giving the information, it's not them, right? Remember I said we got to depersonalize, and it's not even like they're doing anything wrong. They're giving true information. They're giving truth, information of truth. And sometimes we got to wonder, though, why they allowing so much of this information to be foretold. You know, they be censoring stuff. Look how they censoring me right now on TikTok. So why is it? This is in Instagram, though. So why is it that you're allowing so much of this to be like in the feed, and just people just pouring it in, helping us see things of what y'all really got going on? And this is what I wanted to tell you, because either way, yes, Legacy, it's their frequency. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Thank you, ancestors, letting us know, and it just don't stop. Right? They're letting us know, tracking them. It matters where you get your information from. And so, yes, they're tracking, they're allowing, right? When I'm saying them, I'm saying the powers that were, those who, the puppeteers that are allowing us to have this platform, and they allow certain things to come through because they're no longer afraid of you knowing these truths, because it's still instilling fear. Remember, they like to instill fear. They're propaganda machines and all of that. They like to instill fear. It is still instilling fear covertly. haphazardly. We're not realizing it because we're so busy looking at it. The conscious people, the woke people, they're looking at it and they're going, oh yeah, we need to know this. Ooh, we got to prepare. Oh my gosh, this is happening over there. They're putting chemicals in the air. They're putting chemicals in our food. Ooh, look, the Rockefeller. Oh, they're talking about the shots, you know, they're talking about the mRNAs and all this stuff that's in the shots. And they're talking about how they're going to now be taking over your DNA and all of this stuff, which is, this is stuff that a lot of us already knew off rip. That's why we didn't take it. That's why we didn't get it. Now they're pouring this out, and it's to kind of put another level of fear in people, right? Those who are awake, those who are, they're going to be caught up in the rapture, so to speak, and they're going to feel the need to fix everything. Oh my God, they're putting this in our food. I got to do this. And the things that we got to do, we're going to be doing it out of fear. Yes, that part. Weaponizing the truth. They're weaponizing, and this is exactly what I wrote. Like I actually, that was out of one of my meditation, and I said, yep, the exposure of truths are being used as weapons to instill fear in those who are not ready. Those who are not ready through expanded consciousness into the love frequency. Those who are not yet ready, you may be experiencing 5D, but you're not in 5D like that. You're not really tapped into the love frequency like that. So this is to instill fear in those. It is, the truth is being weaponized. I want us to sit with that for a minute. The truth is being weaponized, keeps you stuck in fear. Yes, that's why I said it's a fear proposal, right? Keeps you stuck in fear, most primal instincts. Yes, and to bring you back into primal instinct, because even though you're elevating and you're evolving and all of this that is happening, right? Even though that is happening, you get pulled into this vortex of primal instinct because it's like, oh my God, it's happening. We got to do this. Hey, let's sell out all our stuff. Let's pack up. Let's go. I mean, some of us are planning to move anyway. Some of us are preparing ourselves and planning to move either way. However, let's stock up on this. Let's do it. Like, we can't do it out of fear is what I'm saying. They're weaponizing the truth. We cannot do it out of fear, right? We go back to these primal instincts, but not to be in all the time, because it expresses itself in hidden ways. Hidden ways keeps you in survival. Come on, Legacy. Come on. Come on. You and Clay is on it. It's like y'all going tag team in the ring right now, like pow, tag, you in, tag. Weaponizing the truth. This is what I wanted to say. I wish I could just screenshot that. It expresses itself in hidden ways and keeps us in survival mode, which is exactly, again, what came out of my meditation, was something about survival. There it is. The wise will be able to withstand the chaos and not get pulled into the concerns of survival through lack and limitation mindset. Through lack and limitation mindset. So whatever things that are going to be coming up through the fear-based thoughts, by them putting in these fear in hidden ways, because you're not going to know that you're in fear. You're going to say, oh, I'm aware. You're going to say, oh yeah, that's the truth. That is what's happening. But then when you react a certain way and you're like, oh, we got to do this. It kind of puts this little silent fear, these little hidden ways to keep you in a survival mode. And as long as you're in survival mode, you're in the lower frequencies. I don't care how much knowledge you have. I don't care how much awareness you have. Once you are operating in survival mode comes out of a fear reaction in the lower chakra, in the root. Fear is the number one block of the root chakra. That's why they're always triggering us. That's why they're always hitting us in the root. That's why they inject so much fear. Because as long as you have the slightest inkling of fear in whatever way that may be, fear of your family being hurt, fear of you not being able to survive, fear of you not being able to to pay your bills, or fear of you in your identity body, fear of you not being able to be a part of the family, a part of society, a part of the globe, a part of the political agenda, fear of any type of thing hits your root chakra, blocks your root chakra, and your root chakra closes up. So they like to keep you in survival mode. When you are in survival mode, survival of the fittest and all of that, that is a pull on the root chakra. That is to keep you in the lower vibrations of your root chakra. It's not even your higher root. Your higher root chakra is your more evolved aspects of the root chakra that know how to trust in the creative process, that knows that you exist in the abundance. Your evolved root knows that everything on the earth belongs to you, so where can there be any lack? Even if you don't see things showing up where you think it should be at. Your root chakra says, it's okay, I got this, we got this. It's all here. It's all in me. I'm everyone. It's all in me. Everything I need is inside of me. So whenever they propose to take things from me, whenever it looks like there's a shortage of some food and some this and some that, what we really got to look out for is the shortage of the foods that you like. And this is why we got to detox, to detach, so we can learn to survive without having the things that we're accustomed to. It's about changing your values and your perspectives on your values. When they cut certain things, when things start to happen, you see how they got the oil stuff, all of it. Just look at what's happening. I'm not doing this for no fear. I don't do fear mongering, but just look at the reality of what's happening. Common sense says it's going to have a domino effect. It's going to affect prices of things. It's going to affect certain goods that won't be able to come across under the blame of not having enough oil and da 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 da. They're going to have these things happening, and when you can't get your favorite whatever that's no longer going to be on the shelf, what's going to happen? Are you going to go into culture shock? Or are you going to be so detached that you can say, meh, here today, gone tomorrow. But I'm in my abundance, so there is no sorrow. Are you going to be able to say that? Right? Let me see. Access to truth without humility is bound to doom. Yes. Access to truth without humility is bound to doom. And those are the people that are going to fall under the doomsday, right? Those of us who are aware are going to know that doomsday is a preparation. It's like, yeah, let's get rid of some shit. Doom and gloom away. But to those who have access to truth without humility, they don't know how to humbleize the ego. The ego is in an uproar because why can't I have this? I should be able to have this. Who's taking this from me? You know, the ego's natural existence is to defend. And so if you're in your misappropriated ego because you're in your misappropriated feelings, you're going to be like, who said? You're going to be ready to defend rather than in a humble space. Say, you know what? It's not for me anyway. And I don't need that to survive. How about that? Yep. You could take that and stick it up your pipe. Powers that were. That's how you shut the system down. That's how you make them crumble. But we have to be prepared in our mind for that. And this is why I do the detox, the detach. Right? I will tell you how I know in Gmail if you don't mind. Yes, please. Thank you, Legacy. I don't mind. Please do. Share the information. Share it. Right? So this is why I said it's a like just like what you said earlier, Legacy. It's hidden. It's hidden because it expresses itself in hidden ways, and it keeps us in that survival mode. And so that is why if we don't have the humility, we're going to be bound to doom and gloom. We're going to fall into survival mode because although we have the truth and the awareness of all these things, when we don't have an ego that says, you know what, let me humble myself. Who said that it needs to happen this way? Who says I need to have that in that way? Who says I need these people in my life in that way? Who says I need this job in order for me to survive? Like, if I don't have this job, am I not still going to have the breath of life in me? I'm saying, let me know. I want to know. Some people, we really got to ask ourselves when we get into that space where we're like, oh my God, if I don't have this job, what's going to happen to me? I can't pay my bills. Then ask yourself this. Okay, I may not be able to pay my bills, but will I have the breath of life moving through me? Yeah, that sounds like I'll be surviving then. It may not look the way I want it to look. I may not be able to keep this house. It may be a way of the world, the universe saying, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to downsize. Why are you still holding on right there? I need you to, some things are happening to some people right now to really push them, because you have a contract. You have a divine contract. You made your purpose. You made your contract and your agreement. And some of you have a contract and spirit is holding you accountable to that. That when you get to a particular space, if you haven't done what you needed to do, the energies are going to happen in a way where it kind of, I don't want to say force you, because the divine never imposes. This is not about being in an imposition. The divine never imposes. So it's not really to force you, but it's to really put a strong grip of guidance, on there. Right? Live details. Approved. It says approved, so maybe I'm approved right now. Share your feedback. Are you satisfied? It says approved, so let's see if it's approved. Let's see if I'm clear, right? So the divine never imposes. Never imposes. So it's not to force you, but the energies, it's you. It's you that are saying, I want to make sure when I get to this particular space in time that I move when I need to move. And so the forgotten part of you, the parts of you in your consciousness that have forgotten this spiritual journey, that has forgotten your spiritual decree, if you will, is having a fit. It's like doomsday. It's like, oh my God, why is this happening? Because you forgot. Y'all must have forgot. You forgot. But that's okay. Universe is saying, just remember. The antidote for forgetfulness, right, is the remembrance. So it's just giving you the opportunity to remember. Stop, drop, and roll. Just stop for a minute and take a couple of deep breaths and reconnect yourself, cross that bridge, and remember who you are. Remember why you're here. And so that part of you that forgot now needs to remember and reconnect and re-know yourself. Recognize yourself and say, oh, that's right. I'm not here for that. So a lot of times people are stuck because they've forgotten that you're not here for that thing that you're fighting for, that job that you're fighting for, that relationship that you're fighting for, that family that you're fighting for. You must have forgot. That's not what you're here for. Don't get it twisted. It's a part of your soul's journey. It's a part of your human experience to recourse you, to help you transcend. But don't get it twisted. It is not the end. It is not, you got to ride or die for this. It's your spirit asking you to have a total recall with your soul integrated self. Ashe? I can't say this no other way. I just can't. I can't say this no other way. This is the time. It is time. Ashe? I know, because I was a target. Yeah. You will be targeted. I am experiencing mucus coming from my nasal area. That's your third eye, my nasal area, because I was resisting acknowledging that my expression was being attacked. Oh, okay, it's lower sinus. So that's your throat chakra. It's kind of like between the throat and the third eye. Resisting acknowledging that my expression was being attacked. And I was not accepting the timely need to grieve my old identity. That part. Because when this is happening, there's a loss, there's a grievance that is happening, it's something is falling away. Right? Something is falling away. This is an old piece of the identity, no longer serves us. Oh, look, they let me come back on. They gave me permission. Thank you, TikTok. Let me tap it up. Let's see if anybody will be able to find it back. Right? Let me tap it up right now. So yeah, this old part of you is falling away. And this old part of you was being attacked. Welcome in, Jamera the God. Thank you for joining. Send some hearts. Tap it in so that more people can find us, because they done locked us off, right? They locked us off. So throw them hearts up. Throw your hearts up. Expression was being attacked, and I was not accepting the timely need to grieve. So yes, this old identity is falling away, and this is why I said we forget. And we got to remember that that's not a part of where we're now going. That's not a part of it. It's time to pick up your bed and walk. What does that mean? Well, do people even really know what that means? Pick up your bed and walk. That's a real important part in the book. When Yeshua was saying, pick up your bed and walk. Let's look at that, right? The bed represents something that you're intimate about. Intimacy. The bed represents intimacy. This doesn't mean just who you sleep with, intimacy, right? Intimacy means closeness, who you are close with. So pick up your bed and walk is just that. It means pick up the things that you have chosen to be intimate with, the things you have chosen to be close with, and now walk. Move with it. Pick it up. You the one that put it there. Pick it up yourself, and you're the one that is responsible for moving it. And so these things that we forget, Ashe, we forget, this part of us that we forgot why we were here in the first place. Right? Welcome in. Peace, love, and light. Drop some hearts so that they could find us again, because they done kicked us off. They banned me, and I had to go through an appeal to come back just moments ago. So let's see if everybody can find us back, because we was in a deep topic that they didn't like, that truth that was coming out. And so this part, this hidden part that we're not paying attention to, right? Let me make sure I'm seeing right now. I know, because I was a target. Yes, legacy. You be that target. When you start doing what you're supposed to do on the light grid, lighting up on the light grid. Welcome in, Ryan, if I'm saying that correctly. Ryan. Peace, love, and light. I listened to that song twice today. What song was that? I missed it. Oh, y'all must have forgot. Right? Tap it up. Y'all must have forgot. Did you forget? You forgot who you are. What they say, fuck around and find out. Y'all must have forgot who y'all were. So this identity that we're grieving this aspect, this part of us, and that is no longer us. But it's all really a part of the remembering, and it's when we remember who we are here to be, then we are empowered. Hey, butterfly. Then we remember, love and light, tap up the hearts, butterfly, so they could find us back, because they kicked me out here earlier. They kicked me out and blocked me. They didn't like the truth that was being kicked. And they still, let me not say nothing right now. But what's happening, as we were talking about, is that they're weaponizing the truth. And so all of this that is being put out there, we have to remember how we're under attack right now. And we have to be very wise. We got to move with wisdom. We got to recognize when we see all this, just like I was seeing all these in my feed about all this preparation, and it's true. But something in my third eye was saying, hey, wait a minute. Hey, something's going on here. I know this is truth, but something feeling not so right about this. Like I could feel the snickering behind it. Like I could feel that demonic parasitic energy behind it. And this is the truth. So this is how we know the truth is being weaponized. That truth that we see, tap it up. Hey, Jimmy Jam. That truth is being weaponized. And so no matter what you know, this back to what we were saying, you have to know who you are, because in that ego, the ego is hardwired to protect. So if we hear certain things and it's being hidden, it's like subliminal, and we feel like, that's why they say the wisest man knows he knows nothing at all. When we are in a know-it-all state and we feel like, man, I know this, I know that. Oh, that's so right. We got to be careful how we so quick. Yeah. And we don't realize that, hey, wait a minute. I need to make sure that I still don't move in fear, that I move in wisdom, still make certain necessary steps and precautions, but move in wisdom. This is not about moving physically to fight what's happening. Ashe? And this is how it's being hidden. I really want to emphasize this and share this with y'all, is how the truth is being weaponized and hidden based on what we know. Don't let your ego get carried away with you. Yes, we know these things are happening. Yes, they're putting stuff in our food, da. We know all this stuff is happening. But now, this is not the time to move in a reactive type of way, silently in a survival mode under the disguise of this is concern. I'm concerned for this and I'm moving. No, wisdom says know yourself. So just like I was saying earlier, if they happen to take your job or whatever it is that feels like it's being taken from you, you say, I got the breath of life. Take a deep breath. And I know this may sound corny or cliche, because people, not everybody ready for this. This is how I could tell who's really in 5D from who's not. Because the average 3D person is going to be like, what the hell? Take a deep breath. What is a breath going to do for me? You'll be surprised. Take a deep breath. Let that sa, comedically said, is the breath of life. Sa is spirit, and spirit is the breath of life. Take that spirit inside, breathe in that spirit, and exhale the bullshit. Exhale the lies. Because those lies are dancing all around in your head with the false matrix concerns of how you're going to survive. Ashe, that's the root chakra. Hitting and chiseling away at your root chakra. How you going to survive? How you going to make it? Well, guess what? I'm not here to survive in the false matrix. I'm here to live, to exist in eternal, infinite existence as a spiritual being that's having a human experience that is not afraid of the threats from the false matrix. Because that's not what I'm hinged on. But again, this comes from people who know themselves, who know better, do better. My people perish for a lack of what? Knowledge. Knowledge. Who know better, do better. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. They don't know better. They know not themselves. So when these things come up, I'm saying this to you. What mind state do you go into to better navigate this realm? Good question, butterfly. The mind state of abundance. This is what I was just talking about when they locked me out of TikTok. Literally just now. I wasn't even talking about no shots, no none of that. They locked me out. This is how you know what I'm talking about right now is that real ticket. It's that real golden ticket, and not many can find this. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. The truth. This is why I said this is very high frequency. If you found this, you're moving, you're leaving another frequency. If you particularly found me, especially on TikTok, because they just banned me, you are elevating to another frequency. You are shifting, because this is high frequency. I'm on a frequency that not many people can find, can sit in, can attach themselves to, because they know not the things that I speak of. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. There are others, but not many can find. Especially, I don't have the 1,000 followers. So if you on TikTok and you happen to find me, especially now after they just blocked me, You on some other frequency. You may want to stay tuned. You may want to listen up, tune in to tune up and attune yourselves to the higher frequencies. Ashe, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Free. This is real serious next level-ish. We're being called into our higher selves, and this is not going to be done in a regular three-dimensional way. So when things are being, see, a lot of us can talk the talk, but when the ish hits the fan, not many know how to stand while the demons are in demand, right? So whatever may come, whatever may be, what I'm saying to you is that we have to extract, we have to find the true value in what's happening, so that when things get thrown at us, we have to say, it's okay. I got the breath of life. I got the Sa. I got the spirit. And this ain't for everybody, like I said, but it may sound off, but I got the spirit. So if they say you don't have a job, you don't have this, and instead of thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't pay my bill. Are you going to fall into survival mode? And it's really, we got to be careful, because easily people fall into that. How many can stand and say, you know what? I got the breath of life. And as long as I got the breath of life flowing through me, I'm surviving. What am I talking about? I need to do this. I need to do it that way. Cancel that. But that takes extracting certain things. That takes detaching. That takes depersonalizing, which is why I'm saying the detox to detach is that important. And I'm going to have to do a part 2. I didn't really want to do anything tomorrow, because Monday is my me day. Monday is my day of rest, my day to reflect, elevate, shift, and transcend for me, because I do give a lot, particularly to these platforms. I give, right? And so I didn't want to do it, but they cut me, and it's looking like I may have to do a detox, a detach part 2, so that those who really want to tap in, because we begin the detox tomorrow. And this is why I'm really here having this, live with you, right? I ain't no one now because I achieved something. Oh, okay, I got you. I listened to that song. Yep. I was a soul snatcher in the form of a covert narcissist, and I have to remember I am always a target, especially because I have connections to a super empath, Ashe. And so this is where some people have to understand who they are and what type of space they're in. So if you realize you have been a part of allowing yourself to be a tool for the parasitic energy, because that's what it is. This is why I said earlier, people don't know themselves. And when you don't know yourselves, you allow yourself, you forfeit. By default, you allow yourself to be a tool of the opposition. They don't know no better. They don't mean no harm, but this is what they are. And it's for us to recognize them. And if they can, like right here, if they can recognize themselves, good and even better for them. To know that you're a soul snatcher, and to know how, in the form of a covert narcissist. A lot of demonic entities and energies use narcissists, right? And I have to remember, I'm always a target. You're always a target because you're because of you being a narcissist, because narcissists are wounded people. They become narcissists out of a wound, and so they create a mask. It's like a supercharged ego, because the ego is the one that builds the mask for the identity. It's their identity body. So because they're so deeply wounded, here comes this mask, and this mask becomes their oxygen mask. It becomes the very life that they breathe. We'll talk about this when we talk about the narcissist. But a lot of demonic entities and energies, they utilize this because it's very good to use a mask to get into people who have a mask about themselves. And because they don't know themselves and they have wounds themselves, they're able to be used, a perfect tool for the parasitic energy and the demonic entities, right? And especially because I have connections. And yes, this is why narcissists attach themselves to empaths. Whether you're a super empath or even a disempowered empath, they attach themselves to empaths because they can suction from them, they can siphon them, they can tap in, they can, if they're working doing light work, they can tap in and they can infiltrate the light work. So they are a perfect tool for the enemy. They are a perfect um, double agent for the enemy. So if you have become one, it's good if you can recognize that, waking up to what you are, who you are, and you have to continuously be vigilant and disciplined in every day, never forgetting how you have strayed, never forgetting, so that every day you can make sure you don't fall victim to it. Yes, recondition the subconscious. Ashe, our subconscious mind is generating our reality sort of speak, our reality sort of speak. Yes, and this is why we have to tap in to the subconscious mind, because these are the parts of ourselves that we're not aware of. So while we're getting these truths, as I was speaking about, there's all this information that's coming to us. Be mindful of these informations. Watch yourselves very carefully and make sure that you're not in survival mode. Protection. Be mindful of the word protection. I've been very careful with that lately, because when we protect, we engage the ego, because the ego goes, hey, did somebody say protect? That's what I do. You ain't said nothing but a word. This is how the ego is. It doesn't mean harm. It's the ego's natural, it's our built-in chip mechanism, if you will, as a part of our consciousness. There's the wise ego and there's the misappropriated ego. But whenever there's a wound, whenever we get triggered, whenever we get hurt, whenever we feel we need to be protected, even if it's for our own good, because some people will be like, yeah, but this happened to me, and if I don't do this, then people are going to do this to me, then you're still walking around in fear. Point blank, it's no other way to get around it. There's no excuse for walking around in fear unless you choose to walk around in an excuse, and then that means you choose to carry fear. I don't care how you wrap it, you're going to be vibrating. Your vibration, you cannot fool energy. You can say whatever you want to say about it. You can give the best reasons for why you are being protective. You can do all of that. But what you're saying energetically, in the energetic realm, the energetic conversation that is happening in your auric field is saying incoherent vibrations, incoherent vibrations, incoherent vibrations. And then you wonder why you reap the sensations through the information, because you're giving incoherent vibrations. Because why you're saying one thing but you're exuding fear, because if you're walking around protecting some type of hurt or pain, then that is fear. There's no other way around it. And if you're in fear, you're not in the love frequency. And if you're not in the love frequency, you're not truly embodying the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is the love frequency. It's the expansion from the third dimension through the fourth and into the fifth, which is understanding every expression in time of creation. So you're bearing witness to how people are being, like someone asked about the gossiping and things like that. You're bearing witness to how people are being, and then you're having accountability and making a conscious decision of how you will not be with them. I don't care who they are. And I'm not saying you can't be around them, but how you will not engage in the demise, in the propaganda, in the parasitic conspiracy, in the demonic conspiracy, because this is the attack. This is how they are waging war. And right now the stakes are high. Do not get high off your own supply. But right now the stakes are very high. So as I was saying, I'm watching, and I got to be careful how I say this now, because I don't know what I said that made them cut me earlier, because I'm really just speaking through experience and the meditation that I got And then I'm here to share with you all how we can detox and detach, and to give you all the opportunity for those who want to detox with us this particular week, what we're going to be doing. This is what I'm here to share with you, right? And last night, as we were talking about it, there were so many questions about the detoxing and what it is and what it means, because what I'm sharing with you is I'm telling you how to tap into your mind. I'm giving you priceless information right here. How to tap into your mind, how to listen to when you have a craving in your body, that craving is an emotion. This is what I'm sharing with you all so you can know what to do, and this is going to help you transition through the energies that's going to be happening right now in this realm, and things about to get real serious, right? No doom and gloom. I'm not, no shot, no shade, no fear mongering, but the ish is about to hit the fan and get real, right? I've been saying lately, our attention is our highest, most valuable commodity. Yes, because where attention goes, energy flows and the results show. Where your attention and your intention goes. Let your attention be your intention, and let your intentions be your attention. And wherever you place it, this is why they say, what? Pay attention. Look how they keep telling you, pay attention. Pay attention. They're calling for you to put in your attention, because where you put your attention, that's what you pay energetically. That's why they have commercials, y'all. That's why they have television program. Tell lies to your vision. They have things that they put out there to grab your attention. Have your attention on all this other stuff. The Super Bowls, this, all kind of entertainment to enter and attain your mind. Enter your mind, attain your mind, because it wants to snatch your attention. Your attention is hot commodity. People just don't know how much it's worth and how much you co-sign to things. You co-sign to stuff just by paying attention, being a part of things, being around things, and not cutting it up with vibrations, not clapping it up, not saying, I disagree, this is not true, I will not authenticate this on the vibratory field. I will not help you sow seeds of inauthenticity on the vibratory field. It's that serious. We can't sit by idly and just allow these things to happen. Ashe? Discussing how narcissism and parasitic energies use gossip. Yep, we did that. 111. Thank you for that. You saw the one. Oh, I just missed 111. That is the Trinity of New Beginnings, or the Trinity of Unification. Ashe, ashe. So this is what I'm saying to y'all. So right before they cut me off, I got to be careful how I say this, because it's really important that we understand that they are weaponizing the truth and how I saw this. So as I said, come on, spirit, to the Ankh that is with me, let the force be with you. There is all this information that they've been given, and I had to recognize that this is truth, but why are you saying this? Why is this being allowed to be shared with us? And as some of us were talking about earlier, is that there are hidden messages in this. It's hidden so that you don't even see that you go into survival mode. And so as much as you may know, and you may be spiritually aware, consciously woke, whatever it is you want to call it, you may have all this other knowledge, but what matters is how you react energetically versus responding spiritually. Let me say that again, how you react energetically versus responding spiritually. Reacting to when they say this is happening, you go, oh snap, I gotta do this. And the key that I'm saying to you is to not do this out of fear. Use your wisdom. Use your wise dome. Right? Do not do anything. Just catch yourself. What I'm asking you all is to sit with yourself, take a deep breath, and really ask yourself with true honesty, why am I doing this? And don't take the surface level answer. Ask yourself 3 times. Ask yourself 3 times so you can peel the layer 3 times. because the surface level answer is not it. Your first answer is going to be like, well, I'm doing this because it's beneficial. I'm doing this because I know, but I see what's going on in the world and this is not good for you. Ask yourself again 2 more times. And when you ask yourself, I want you to ask yourself, is there any fear in this? Spirit, reveal it to me. Can you please show me where I may possibly or potentially be moving out of fear under the disguise of I'm doing the right thing? We got to be real blunt and honest with ourselves. We got to stop sugarcoating things. We got to stop acting like just because we know so much, we're doing the right thing. Really ask yourself, what is the right thing? What does my right thing have to prove? This is a question that I ask myself to humbleize my ego, to clear the scales off of the eyes of the ego. I sit and I ask myself, what do I have to prove? And really be honest with yourself, because the first thing, again, you're going to be like, well, I ain't got nothing to prove. I know who I am. I know what I know. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. Kick that out the way. That's that ish right there that don't let you see the true you. Be real open with yourself and say, you know, what do I have to prove? And I'm not asking what do I have to prove because I know there's nothing to prove. I'm asking because I want to know what is hiding in me, in my misappropriated ego. I want to pull it out and expose it to the light, because I'm asking because I know in my misappropriated ego, you got something to prove. Now tell me what it is. I'm not asking something I don't know. I'm asking because I know that misappropriated ego all too well. Some of y'all not ready for this. Some of y'all not ready to talk to yourself like this. You got to be willing to really be like, look, heifer. Like, sometimes you got to be real serious with yourself. Look, I'm not playing with your ass. What you got to prove? I know you hiding something. Come out wherever you are. Stop stashing. I don't got time for this, ego. I know you trying to protect something. What do you have to prove, and what are you protecting? And allow that answer to come to you. And when it comes, don't feel bad about it. Don't beat up on yourself. Just be like, oh, okay, let's address that. Let's address that. Oh, you feel like you have to complete this because of, and be like, okay, so what if you don't? What if you don't get to do that in your job? What do you have to prove? Well, I signed up for this, and I made sure I told myself I'm not going to leave that job unless I have another job, and da 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 da. Okay, that's good. You had good intentions. Now let that go, because right now we got bigger fish to fry. Let that go, and let's reevaluate. Is this worth keeping when my spirit is calling me over here? Right? Subtle yet forced acquiesce. Yes, butterfly. Subtle but forced. We got to be real honest with ourselves. So now when I'm seeing all this, I'm saying this to you because this was a really important message yesterday on the 4-4 portal. And so what was being revealed is that there is a preparation time that is happening. Let me give this to y'all right now. It's a preparation time happening that is being experienced, and the spiritually mature will be wise. Only the spiritually mature will be wise enough to be like, fret not thyself. Fret not thyself. Right? This is a high sensory preparation. That's the falseness that we're feeling. The truths that are being weaponized is giving us this high sensory, like, oh snap, I got to get prepared. I want you to ask yourself that when you watch some of these things and they're giving you some truths, ask yourself, what is it? What is it that is saying to me? Oh snap. What is it that it's jolting in me to do? Because it's putting you on high sensory preparation. And then ask yourself, is this out of fear? What is it I fear? What is it I got to prove? Everything I just told, we got to keep checking that ego. And we have to know that we have to use wisdom over fear. We have to use wisdom over war, because they are waging war. This is a spiritual warfare. So we have to use that wisdom over fear no matter what. Right? This was the other part of that message. The wise will be able to withstand the chaos. Let me make why I'm acting like I don't got these glasses on. The wise will be able to withstand the chaos and not get pulled into the concerns of survival through lack and limitation mindset. And this is the mindset we don't want to be in. We want to be in the mindset of abundance. We want to only see abundance. And I'm not talking about surface level monetary abundance. I'm talking about being aware that you know that as long as you have the breath of life, then you have everything you need in you. You have everything you need in this earth. You may have to till the soil to get it. You may not be able to just go into a grocery store and buy something. You may have to grow some food and wait and practice patience and wait till it's season. You may have to eat seasonally, meaning eat from what the earth provides you. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. It gives you everything you need. Are you willing to eat seasonally? Are you willing to give up that other stuff? Getting it ready made in the store? That's a convenience. We pay for convenience. Those are convenience fees. So when they start taking things off the shelves, when they start doing whatever it is that we won't have access to no more, just know that you don't have to pay the convenience fee no more. That's how you flip things. Be like, oh, okay. They snatching back their convenience fees. They made things convenient for you and you paid the price. Now when they take it off the shelf, consider it that you ain't got to pay that price no more. But now you got to be right in here. We got to be right in our mind. And this is why the detox, the detach is that important, y'all. Hear what I'm saying. Is it good to dissolve the ego like completely? We could never completely get rid of the ego. Here's the thing. Thank you for the heart meat. Here's the thing. Like I said, we have wise ego and we have the misappropriated ego, right? Kemetically said, this is the set and the asar in your soul's consciousness, right? The conscious phase of mind is the masculine energy, asar. And when asar gets dethroned, then it is set. What am I saying? Your conscious phase of mind is your ego. It should be your wise ego holding down the throne, holding down the fort. But when we allow misappropriations to enter our soul's consciousness through wounds, through hurts, through pains and things like that, these are the things that weaken us in the mind. And when we allow those misappropriations to come in, whatever has happened to you, when we build up walls of protection invites the misappropriated ego, aka Set. And this is how Set dethrones Asar. This is how the misappropriated ego dethrones your wise ego and dismembers Asar. Cuts them up into pieces and scatters it everywhere. Dismembers means to disconnect you from your wise ego. So we don't have, this is why I tell people, you don't got to kill your whole ego. Like, you don't got to get rid of your whole ego. When I talk about ego death is about, ego death is about getting rid of Set. You've been Set tripping. Ego death is about getting rid of the misappropriated ego, dissolving the misappropriated ego into the wise ego, dissolving the fear-based thoughts and feelings into the love-based thoughts and feelings, into the love frequency. And I like that you use the word dissolve, because that's what it is. It's not to fight and get rid of, it's to dissolve it. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And some of these things that you fear, your fear is here to bring you love. So some of the things that you fear are brought up so that you can deal with it. It's part of the experience here in this realm. But when it comes up, it's not for you to be riddled with fear. It's not to be overcome with fear. It's to use fear as a fuel to alchemize it and turn it into love, to dissolve it in love, to challenge you, to transcend it in love. Ashe? Did I answer that? Faithfully, I answered it. So, yeah, you don't have to get rid of your whole ego, right? Ashe, Ashe. Thank you for the follow, Rainwater. Thank you for the hearts and the thank you for the gifts, the heart me. Rainwater, thank you. We're welcome. You are so welcome. And thank you for the Go Popular. Hey, Mr. Chipotle, I'm in love with Chipotle. Y'all remember that? Peace and prosperity. Have heard of the group 5D Return of the Gods, fifth dimension Return of the Gods. Yes, that's what it is. We return in Ra. This is the return of the gods. Ye are gods. It is you returning, turning around, meaning to turn again, return to your higher self. This is the fifth dimension. We here. Thank you. Amen. I love you too, baby girl. Love you too, Tommy. Sending you lots of love your way. Ashe. Ain't nothing but love around here. I got nothing but love for you, baby. What you got? Anyhow, let me stick to this before they cut me. I be getting into it, and I want to make sure I answer what y'all saying. I have good views on ego I'd like to share. Yes, Ra, go ahead. Message me. Hit me up. Share it with me. I love when we can share information. We're building this community here. So let me this was just I'm still sharing a message I got with y'all, the download I got with you all through this message when I had to meditate and say, hey, what is all this saying to me? What are these truths that are coming about? That feels like propaganda, right? But it's not really. So the wise will be able to withstand the chaos. So those of you who are in higher frequencies, you will be able to withstand the chaos and not get pulled into the survival, right? In true abundance, here's the two things that was sent to me that I'm sharing with you. And this is very similar to like when they asked Yeshua, what are the most important laws? And he only gave them two. Love God as you love yourself. No, love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Notice how he said love, because he's inviting them into the love frequency. See, Yeshua was on a whole nother dimension. He was in the fourth dimension while they was on the third. He was bringing them, he was moving through the fourth dimension. He's actually more highly dimensional than that. But he was operating through the fourth dimension, and he already knew about the love frequency. So he's telling them love. We're not talking about little people love. We're not talking about superficial love. We're talking about agape love. We're talking about the love that dissolves fear. So love God and love your neighbor as you love yourself. So those two rules, this is what I got when I got this. So to help us with this, here is the two things you need to know. In true abundance, know what you have. Listen to me now. I ain't talking about Missy. Listen to me now. In true abundance, know what you have. Y'all got to see with me sometimes. Songs just pop out of me. Like, I'll be saying some stuff and it comes through songs. That's the songs confirm it for me. Listen to me now. Yes, Ra, Christ awareness. And that is your superconscious. That is the Heru that was birthed when Aset had to go find the dismembered pieces of Asar. And who is Aset? Your subconscious, right? The feminine energy, your subconscious, the memories. She had to go remember the dismembered pieces. And while she was doing that, she became pregnant with Heru, right? Anyhow, let me not go down that road. Here's the two things. In true abundance, know what you have. In true value, know what you can do without. Why is this so important? As we were talking about being in the mind state of abundance. So in true abundance, it means knowing what you have without seeing the evidence of any of it. Everything could be falling away from you right now, and you need to know what you have. In true abundance, you need to sit with yourself. Take that deep breath again. Breathe in that Sa. Breathe in that spirit, that breath of life. Sa. What do I have? Well, first off, I got this breath of life. And if I got this breath inside of me, then I am surviving. And need I say anymore? What am I fighting to survive? I have breath. I have spirit. I got it. What else do I have in this abundance? I got my spiritual gifts. And my gifts and my passions make room for me. So what if I lose this job? Because I'm moving in my flow of energy. And wherever I put my energy, where attention and energy goes, the results will show. My words and my deeds will not return to me void. It's no way. And this is not a belief. This is a faith. This is not just, oh, I believe, hopes and doubts. No, this is faith. This is knowing without knowing how. You don't need to know how. Let go of the need to know how things are going to get executed, because we hold ourselves in blockages. We block ourselves. We don't need to know how it's going to get done, right? So in that true abundance, know everything that you have. Know your gifts. Know that you have life. Know that you can make things happen wherever you go. If you can't go in stores no more, know that you can plant some things. You can eat from the fruits of the earth. You can eat what you have. And you can manifest more if you focus on how you have co-created what you now have. Right? So, and why is it so important that in true value, know what you can do without? Why is that so important? Because when everything starts happening, when the ish hit the fan, you better know that you can do without that type of food that they selling in the store. Or else you're going to go through culture shock. I don't care how spiritually aware you are. You're going to go through some type of culture shock unless you have practice in your mind to detach, to detox this yearning in your body, to detoxify those cravings in the body that scream louder than the spirit. If we don't prepare, if we don't practice that, then when the time comes, then you will fall, because your value is misconstrued. Your value is on some other stuff. So in true value, reevaluate your material gains and wealths and whatever it is. Reevaluate all types of material things. Reevaluate your home, your car. Reevaluate food and how you acquire food. Reevaluate relationships. Reevaluate your job. Reevaluate all material things and the existence that comes from it. And then ask yourself, what can I do without? In true value, know what you can do without. Notice I'm not saying know how. You don't need to know how. Know what is not that necessary and important to your soul's purpose. Not your body's purpose, your soul's purpose. I don't want to hear all that, but what if I don't have this, how I'm going to pay the... Spirit is going, I didn't ask you that. When you came through this womb, did we ask all them questions? When you came through the womb of the universe, through the womb of the earth, and into the womb of your soul, did you ask any of that? Did you wonder how you was going to get this? No, you just came. You came and you sat in that womb for 9 months with no clothes, no worrying about it. Food was given to you via umbilical cord. Now, we need to remember that as we're in this earth, we're always connected to the umbilical cord through our earth chakra. We are always connected through the core of our being, through the energy centers. We are always connected. We still have our umbilical cord connected to the womb of this earth, which means everything that is provided, just like a baby when you're in the womb of your mother before you came, everything was provided through that umbilical cord, right? Yeah? So then trust that. Everything is provided through the umbilical cord of life, through this energetic umbilical cord. Some people may call it the silver cord. Yeah, that silver cord. It's all provided. Right? What's up? What's up? Grimmy, what's up, nephew? Right? Faithfully, you get what I'm saying. My self-negative thing. My self-negative thing. You were saying something about negative? Let me see. Let me go back. Manifest, manifest. Truth. I didn't see the typo. I didn't see the typo, Ra. But yes, thank you for the follow, Sweet Victory. So what I'm saying to you, this is priceless right here. I don't know where else you're gonna get it, but like I said, those of you who tapped in, you're on a particular frequency. You're on a particular frequency that is for you, that is speaking to you, and please don't take it lightly, because this is what we're gonna need in this next transition in time. It's going to feel like doomsday, but remember what I said for those who watch the video. Doomsday is a preparation for the rebirth, the pathways, your new time, new true timeline that you're stepping into now, that you can't carry all that other stuff with. And so don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for these confessions of truth. There's like this new propaganda machine, and the truth is being weaponized. So I want us to be very careful and mindful when we watch all these things, to watch your ego. Make sure it's not getting inflamed with protection, with the need to protect. Make sure it's not flaring up and, oh my God, I gotta feel yourself. Take a moment. That's why I'm saying take a deep breath, so you can feel yourself and know that in that deep breath, and as you're watching it, you got to be your own nurse and doctor and physician. So as you're checking the pulse, right? As you're checking your pulsation for yourself, taking a deep breath, you got to ask yourself, am I contracting? Is this oh my God, I gotta tie up this. Or are you moving in a certain flow? Like how I know, for example, I already know the whole 2030 whatever agenda. I already know I'm not trying to be here by 2030 is not trying to catch me here, right? That's just my thing. Everybody's being guided differently. And I know this is not like, oh my God, we got to get out of here right now. It's more like, and sometimes I got to watch the pace. Sometimes things are happening and it kind of catch you, it creep up on you, and you start thinking, oh, we got to, and it's like, whoa, slow down, move in wisdom. We already know where we're going. We already know what we're doing. If things start to shift right now, just make the necessary changes real quick. Just know that you don't have the time, because a lot of times we have things planned of how we're going to be where we need to be. And things may shift that kind of throw you off, and you start to panic a little and feel like, oh, I got to move. No, calm down. It just means the way you thought it was going to happen, it's not going to happen that way. We're going to have to move a little sooner than we thought. We don't have time to wait until we get things all right over there. It's kind of like that. It's going to say, move now in faith and figure it out when you get there. Know that you have an exit route, an exit plan. Know what you have prepared in your mind, that even if you're still here, know what is not going to matter to you anymore. Like it says here, in true value, know what you can do without. So that way you don't feel like you're going into culture shock, and you don't feel like, oh my God, what I got to do to keep what I feel like I need to keep. I moved off grid to clean myself of low vibration. Yes. Word. Growing my own food. I feel so free. I bet you do, Ra. I bet you. I'm feeling that for you, and I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Mind you, when I'm talking to y'all about detoxing, I've been practicing detoxing since 2020, and I've been doing it in increments, once or twice a year. I've been doing it, and every time I do it, I take that time to, and I could feel it in my body every time, like I wean myself more and more off of certain type of foods. I can't even fully enjoy sweets no more. It's like a chore. It's like my body still would want some sweets, but when I have it, it's like I'm forcing myself to eat it, like how you force a child to eat their greens. Like, it's like, I gotta eat it because I done paid for it. I done went and bought these whatever the treat is, and now I gotta eat it. That's what it's kind of been like lately, and that's how I know things are just not the same. But you take time with yourself. You ain't got to rush and jump into a vegan diet or whatever it is. You don't got to rush to go buy a farm, and just take your time and know what needs to be done and start taking a step every step of the way. And things are being accelerated right now, but I don't want to put the speed on nobody, but I would say put a little pep in your step, because we got to move with a certain type of efficiency and effectiveness right now. Ashe? So, as we further move on, right? The exposure of truths are being used as weapons, right? As we said earlier, this is why I said the truths are being weaponized, as someone said here. Everything you keep from your subconscious, everything faithfully, I'm saying that right. Let me see. Them both create a spark. Yes. What is it that you're saying they both create a spark? Just to remind me. They both create a spark. Everything you keep from your subconsciousness. We do hide things from ourselves in our subconsciousness. That's why we got to go get it. That's why we got to go in there and tap in, unlock the codes in our subconscious, and bring it to the light of our consciousness. Because our consciousness be tripping. I just told y'all about misappropriated ego and the wise ego. We be tripping right there. Right? We must keep and hold in mind at all times that there is no life to be had in fear. Ashe, ashe. Thank you, Rod. Tap it up, because the more we tap it up, the more we open the flow for those who need to hear this. Help them find the channels. Help them find it. Right? So the exposure of truths are being used as weapons to instill fear in those who are not ready through expanded consciousness into the 5D love frequency. What are we saying? These truths that are coming through, please remember that they're being weaponized, right? To instill fear. So again, of what I was saying, watch how you react. Watch your response. Do you contract? Does it make you want to, do something real quick? Just take your time, take a deep breath, and really listen to the spiritual guidance, right? But for those who are ready through expanded consciousness in the love frequency, that weapon, 10,000 shall fall at my side, and it will not fall nigh thee. Right? They're going to be shooting at us. They're going to be shooting darts at us, but it's not going to be neither here nor there, because we're in the love frequency, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. Well, it don't matter what y'all got going over there in Iran. It don't matter what you got going over here. Trump could say whatever the hell he want. I don't care. I don't get involved in these other outside conversations that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care what any government is doing, because the only true ruling nation is the nation of the fifth dimension. That's it. There's no ruling power. Even though y'all see borders, it's an illusion. They don't have no real power. Those powers have collapsed. So to me, if it's not the fifth dimension, it's not nothing to mention. Ashe? Stick that in their pipe. All right? So the heart expansion is necessary. Listen now. The heart expansion is necessary to overcome and transcend any and all defaults. Government equals mind control. That's right, because they want to govern your mentals. Thank you, True. Thank you for the heart. They want to govern your mentals. Ashe? So it's mind control. It's to govern your mental. Do you not have, that's your mental body, that's your solar plexus. Who are you? Your solar plexus is your identity body. Who are you? Tap in. Tap them hearts too. If y'all in here, keep tapping the hearts. It'll keep opening the algorithms for the energetic pathways. Hi, Deborah. Peace, love, and light. Jawan, thank you for the like. Cold-hearted, Ashe. Ashe, ashe all day. Never stray. Hey, hey, hey. So the heart expansion is necessary to overcome and transcend all and any defaults. We have to be expanded in our heart. This is what Third Eye Atlas had been activating for us. The heart expansion and the spiritual maturation, bringing us into the North Node in Pisces, the spiritual house. Third Eye Atlas was here for 6 months, amplifying, updating, and upgrading the entire solar system and amplifying the activation of spiritual maturation. This is it. Those who are spiritually matured will not succumb to the chaos. You will find your purpose. You will find a way, because you're going to ask yourself those two questions. In my true abundance, know what I have. Or let me say, you're going to have those two statements. In true abundance, I'm going to know what I have. And in true value, I'm going to know what I can do without. That's it. That's all you need to ask yourself. I know what I have. I know what I could do without. Right? So the heart expansion is very important, and it's very necessary. We have to be moving through the heart chakra, heart expansion, and this is what we're in right now. Since the new year of spring equinox, it's our heart expansion has been activated. A lot of us have been feeling this, right? Some of us, it don't feel so good, because while it's been activated, some stuff is falling away, and it depends on how you want to hold on to those things, right? And it's to overcome any of the defaults that you had, right? Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results. For the next 10 minutes, they got me in restriction, y'all. Here we go. You see, they always, because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under our community guidelines. Reasons, misinformation. They keep saying that. So they've restricted visibility for 10 minutes. So for those who are here, you're here, but they just restricted my visibility, y'all. So I guess and it says something about the For You page. So I guess they thank you for those of you who've been hashtagging For You page, but I guess they don't want me having visibility on the For You page, because what we talk about, I'm telling you, I've been getting this fight since yesterday. I keep getting the warnings, and y'all hear what I'm talking about. This how I know what I do and what I'm talking about, and the frequency that I come with is so real. I'm not just talking about it. Anything that I'm telling y'all, I'm experiencing it, I'm walking it, I'm being it, so my light is that much more potent. This is why I'm getting this fight, because I hear people talk all kind of stuff on TikTok. And I hear even people who are speaking the truths and some of the things that I'm speaking of, but they don't get this kind of fight. And it's because the power of the light, my light is that potent. And I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. It's not even like it's a whole bunch of people in here, y'all. It's not even like the platform is that big. I didn't even make my 1,000 people yet. I got 900. Thank you for those of you who got me to 900. But come on. Y'all see what's happening. Yeah, that's what they said for misinformation. Because, you know, my name is Mrs. Information. Because I'm giving the information. Come on, ladies. Now let's get information, right? If I was up here dancing to a Beyonce song, I'd have, however, I don't know, however many views. But I don't care about having a whole bunch of views. I care about talking to the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. I'm here to be in alignment with my assignment, and that's it. It's the terms that they can do that. It's in the terms that they can do that. Yeah, they could do whatever they want, because they don't want people to know. You know it's sweet. They don't want it. And someone is reporting you. Yes, Joanne, that's what I was saying, because last night when I got the attack, it was when someone had came in here and they was having an issue with what I was saying. And even the people in here was like, well, then, you know, leave, whatever. Like, but they was just going back and forth till I was like, and it was when let me tell you when I got cut. It was so funny. It was when I said, you know what? I'm not going to answer this person no more. And I was telling everybody in the live, y'all don't answer him no more. Y'all, I would do me a favor. Y'all send a bunch of laugh emojis. I said, because we got to find a humor in this. This is the strength of the solar plexus. When they realize they can't break you because you find humor. Because forgive them, for they know not what they do. So you laugh at them. So I told everybody to put laugh emojis in there, and everybody started doing it. I was like, y'all don't got to answer him no more. Just drop a bunch of laugh emojis in there, and let's just let them go. Release them in love and light. And everybody started putting in their laugh emojis. I kid you not. After that, we got shut down. So very more than likely, he was the one that reported. If people come in here, this is why I gotta light my sage again. When people come in here, where my sage at? Let me light my sacred piece. Let me blow. Let me get them that smoke, right? If people come in here and they don't like what you saying, which I could feel it. Sometimes I could feel people come in and I could feel the disturbance. Like I say something that hit them because they not ready for it. Their demons not ready. Their unhealed wounds are not ready. And they're still in the parasitic entanglement. I could feel the flicker. Like, ooh, I could feel it energetically. Somebody's pissed. Somebody don't like what I said. And that's personal. That's your problem. It has nothing to do with me. Because I know who I am. I know the powers I walk in and with and through. The omnipotence. All right. The omniscience and the omnipresence of it all. And they don't like that. So they start reporting. So anyway, let me get to this so I could talk nicely about detox and detach. I'm telling you, this part of the message, they make it so difficult to get through. As I was saying, the potency of the light, yes, reaching through you is amazing. Ashe, thank you. And they don't like that. I know it. Those of you who feel it, you feel the energy. There's a certain truth resonance, right? Who feel the energy. As a matter of fact, drop. I'm gonna say drop it in the chat. For those of you who are, let's make this, what do I say, official or concrete. There we go. Let's concrete this energy. For those of you who are in resonance, drop it in the chat. Truth resonance. There are those, some of you who are here who are in complete truth, like you feeling what I'm saying in my heart. Some of you are feeling what I'm saying before I even say it. Because you're already in alignment. You're already on that frequency. Right? It's a lot of love. It's a lot of live folks talking even more. Ashe, thank you. A lot of them, strong energy. They don't want people to know truth. Thank you, Cold Heart, for sharing the live. See, they can't, and that's another thing. They can't stop it when you all are engaging in that way and you share and you heart and you comment. Right? Peace, Agape, welcome. That's so real shit. Like, yep, I remember that. You remember, Jawan? See? I ain't making it up. I can't make that ish up. Whoever was here, y'all saw when we dropped all them laugh. Yep, Deborah was one of them. We dropped a whole bunch of laugh emojis in there. And after that, they cut the live. Weird that people that just don't leave. That's what I'm saying. Just leave. You don't like it, but guess what? This is why I say depersonalize. It's not just about them. It's the entities and the energies behind them. Puppeteering them. The parasitic energy that's got its grips in them. They are just the puppet. It's not even about them. We think what they say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against what? Principalities. So it's not about them. It's a principality behind them. It's a dysfunctionality principality that's behind them, and it seeks to infiltrate and distinguish the light. This is the war that we're in. Things are not what they seem. It's never what it seems at surface level. This is why we got to look with this eye right now. This is why we in the third chakra, the third eye chakra season. Truth resonance, right? True, Deborah, Ra, all in. Love thyself. Yes, those of you who are on this truth resonance, you know. That's why we got to start this community. Yes, amazing relationships. I thought I lost you yesterday. They cut you. Yes, Deborah, that's what happened. You didn't lose me. They cut me. Right after if you remember, after y'all sent the emojis, and I continued to speak like a little bit, it was like, it just cut and it said, your access has been denied. You won't have access until the 8th. And I had to go through a whole appeal. Something just said, follow through this. And then it opened it back up. And then they just did it to me again tonight. before you all came in this life. This is the second one. This is part 2 of tonight. I'm still streaming. Let me tell you, I've been on here for about 2 hours. That's why I gotta hurry up and wrap it up. I've been on here for about 2 hours according to YouTube, because I didn't get cut from YouTube. I've been going strong with both of y'all, TikTok and YouTube. I've been on it for 2 hours. You all just came in because the first half, they cut me off. And then I had to start up again. They did it again tonight. And now y'all just seen I got flagged. Spiritual warfare. Yes, everything is spiritual. Yep. See, you know it, Deborah. I didn't do nothing last night. They flagged me, shut me down. So maybe that same guy that was in here, he probably reported me. But like I said, it's not them. We don't take it personal. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. And YouTube is not as picky as TikTok. Like, people been telling me to go on TikTok for the past 2 years, and I finally just like came on and started. I had a TikTok page, but I wasn't using it. And I finally started using it to actually do videos and create content and come and do lives. And to be honest, I do like TikTok. I put the interaction on TikTok is like somehow they allow the flows to kind of come through, and they allow people to come through more. YouTube somehow, I don't know, they've been playing with my numbers. They've been restricting it, so people haven't really been able to get to me much. But I have my main followers on YouTube that really stick with me no matter what. And yeah, but what I like about YouTube is they not finicky like this. Like, they don't be clocking me on here talking about you getting cut. They don't cut me in the middle of my videos. Like, that's what I like about YouTube. So, but you know, TikTok, okay, I'll follow you. Yep, it's under Celestial Earth too. On YouTube, you'll find me under Celestial Earth. And if you go on there, you can go even further back about some other videos. You can pull up the 88 Lionsgate. You can pull up. I did a whole series on Third Eye Atlas on YouTube when it just entered our sphere, our solar system. I have like a whole series of Third Eye Atlas information. I seen a live talking about chakras, Mothman, Tupac theory, frequencies, cubes. Okay. Was it not my live, right, Deborah? These are like different lives you're talking about? The Tupac theory. I love the Tupac theories. I don't know. I'm a Tupac person. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. He talked about government stuff. Yes, different. Oh, okay, different things. Thank you. Yeah, they talk about the government stuff. They talk about all kind of stuff. But you see, we was just barely talking last night, and look how they cut me. Right? It's like, me too. I love Pac. Let me tell you, I had a dream about Pac after he died. We was hanging out, me and Pac. And it just don't stop. They did not mute him, they didn't shut, and they did not shut him down. And this is why I say, I know that what I do, I know my potency of my light. I know why I get the fight, because this is a spiritual warfare. It's not about nothing else, but we got to stop her light. Because how dare I share this with anybody? First of all, how dare you be the light that sustains everything we throw at you? Because I done had some shit. You would think I would be destroyed. You would think I would commit suicide, whatnot. Maybe I shouldn't say that. They might shut me down. But anyhow, you would think I would have offed me. So first of all, how dare I survive everything that they've thrown at me? And not only worse than that, how dare you survive? How dare you heal yourself? How dare you level up your light and find the pathway of the light? And even worse, how dare you share that with others? That makes you worse of a target. Not only are you really and truly doing it, but you're lethal because you can share this with others. Right? Ashe, I have my love. I got it all the ways, all the ways. Right? So, oh, you want to say hi? Listen, I got a little late bug that's up here that want to say hi. Come and say hi. Say hi, live.
Hi, live.
You have a word for the live? No? Nothing? You don't want to tell them nothing about spirit? No? Because you being shy right now? You know something. Tell them what's up.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, you shy. She's shy right now, but they be having some spiritual answers. Not shy, yeah. She up here being shy. They said hi, Tutu. That's my little toot.
Hi.
They said hi. Right? She don't let her fool you. They was kicking some spiritual knowledge to me the other day. It's like spirit never dies. Like they know. They was asking questions like, what is spirit? And what you said? Spirit always lives, it can't hide, it never dies.
Yeah.
Spirit made itself. Cause they were like, what made spirit? And he was like, spirit made itself. Duh. It's always here, it never dies. But anyhow, as I finish up this message about heart expansion, the heart expansion is necessary. Okay, we said that. The spiritually aware must recognize their levels of contraction to see where they need to expand. This is really, really important. Recognize where you're contracting so you can know where you need to expand. And I don't just mean the breath, but utilize the breath to help you fully expand. So you can expand in your thoughts, so you can expand in your feelings, so you can expand your concepts. If you have any calcified thoughts, any crystallized thoughts from the old paradigm that you may be subconsciously holding on to, allow yourself to release and expand. Ashe? Allow that for yourselves. So this is, what I was getting out of that. The spiritually aware, we got to be on our P's and Q's because they are weaponizing the truth. And that's the most important thing. I want y'all to see these. When y'all see these things, don't let it grab you and have you moving out of fear. Take your time, take a deep breath, and move in wisdom in all your ways. Expand your heart. Do not contract it. Ashe? Awareness is everything and ignorance will not be bliss. That was the message I got lastly out of it. That awareness. Be aware, stay aware, keep the awareness. Let the light of awareness into your soul because awareness is everything. Ignorance will not be bliss. What it means by that, as a warning to all of us, you know how they say ignorance is bliss? It's not going to be bliss. A lot of people are going to feel it right now. Those who choose to be in their ignorance, and everything is choice. It's not a threat. I'm just saying, and you'll see it around you. Those who choose to be in their ignorance, that's it. It's not going to be bliss for you anyway. You're not going to be able to walk around like, oh, that's okay. And be able to be like, oh, I didn't know. Or, oh, I put it under the blood of Jesus. And you better understand your blood. The codes that are in your blood, your DNA activation, your spiritual blueprint, your cosmic blueprint that is in your blood. Know your blood. Don't be trying to put it up under the blood of Jesus. Because what they say, God help those who help themselves. And what did Yeshua tell them? Things I do, you can do in greater. So you better get about your spiritual business. That's what he's trying to say. Y'all don't hide, don't ride my coattail. Don't use my blood after they done murdered me. And then now you want to put it, no. Find your blood codes. Find your own codes. We do not have the spirit of fear. We allow the fear to come in. That's right. We open up when we have a wound. And this is why I'm saying to y'all, it's very simple. If you want to know how to shift timelines or how do I do this work, it's very simple. Go and find your unhealed wounds. Truth Resonance, thank you. 155. Go and heal your unhealed wounds. Go find them and go heal them. Right? I'm hearing this other word. It may be harsh, but this is something that I find myself often saying to people now in my mind. Like, go find yourself or fuck yourself. Excuse my French, but it's just that raw. If we don't find yourself, if you don't go and get found, you're going to get fucked. That's just what it is. This is not a threat, right? This is just what's going to play out. It's going to be the choices that we make. The decisions you make will be the pills that you take. Stop popping all them fake pills in the false matrix, right? I'm not saying don't take your medicine if you've been prescribed some things and you need to. Don't get off of any medicines until you have prepared yourself up here. Don't ever just take knowledge that people are saying, including myself, that I may be shedding some light on some things, but don't ever just take knowledge and say, oh, I don't need no medicine no more. No, get right here first. Fix it up here first. Make sure your consciousness has attuned itself to the point where it has sent the messages to the body that you no longer need this anymore before you get off of any medications that you may be on. You have to have a grip of yourself here first. Yes, Deborah, old trauma, let it go. And that brings me to why we're doing the detox to detach. Thank you. Let's segue into that, right? And I'm going to share this with you, but I'm not going to be too long with it because I'm going to emphasize it tomorrow. I'm going to speak on it tomorrow. But for those who are here now, I'm giving you the heads up about it now so you can prepare for your tomorrow. So you can know how you want to, flow through your tomorrow, your day one of the detox, right? So yes, just to add to what you're saying, we are doing this to release old trauma, release old debris in our imprint, in our nervous system, because as things are going to be thrown at us right now, we need to fortify ourselves. We need to fortify ourselves and stabilize our energy body, our emotional body. Stabilize the frequencies in and around you and through you, right? So this is very important. This is why the detox to detach is really important. So for those who have not heard or not aware of it, the detox message, right? Ty said message. I want to expand in my soul. I want to expand in my soul contract, in my divine masculine, in my practical expression of manhood, fatherhood, partnership, ashe. You want to expand in your soul's contract, whatever that's a good proclamation to say. Whatever your contract is, know that, hey, I want to expand this contract. I want to move out of the parts that are contracting and contradicting. I want to close out what no longer serves me in my contract, and I want to expand my soul into the next dimension, right? In my divine masculinity, which is the ego, which is the will to do, to find the divine's will. In your practical applications of manhood, fatherhood, partnership, all of the masculine energy, which is the creative activity, you're calling that forth in your life, world, and affairs, ashe. And I stand in agreement with you. So the Detox to Detach is a program or a workshop that we have done. We did it twice last year, and it has really helped some people detach from some things while we went through the process. Because it's not just about food, but it also is the foods that, the foods give information, right? Food is information. That's what it is. It speaks to the body and it gives information. The cravings we're looking at, well, let me say this first. The foods, while we're detaching from the foods, we are doing a practical application to detach from particular thoughts held in mind. When you practice releasing the flesh, when you practice not having the flesh addicted to something, when you practice self-discipline in the flesh to say, no, you cannot have that physically to eat. You are also practicing in the mind to tell those thoughts of the flesh to say, no, you cannot appropriate that. Eat means to appropriate, right? So you're practicing in the mind to say, no, you will not appropriate that. You will not take that into your consciousness. and allow it to digest through your system, through your energetic body systems. You're not going to appropriate that. So it's a very paralleled. What you're doing in your body is paralleling what we're doing in our consciousness. And remembering and knowing that everything that is pressed in the body, everything that comes out through the body comes from the mind. So what we're doing is we're going to where it all comes from. We're going to source. So this detox is, like I said, it's not to detox from, like it's not a supplemental, it's to detox naturally. And that means what you're putting in your body. You're not going to put in anything while we're on this detox. It's very simple. I always say it like this. No meats, no sweets, no carbs. No meats, no sweets, no carbs. No meats, no sweets, no carbs. Meats, because they are lower densities. Meats keep you in lower densities, right? I'm not saying this is not forever, y'all. This is just for the detox, right? Sweets and carbs, meat, sweets, and carbs, your body has to work to break it down. When you eat these things, you give your body more work to do. And just think of it like this. The more your body is working and pumping, the less likely you're listening to spirit. Spirit is a very low whisper when your body is loud, working very loudly to process foods, to break down. Your body is like, hey, we got work to do. We working over here. Turn that spiritual shit down. We working. That's what the body is saying. So it's too loud. Now, when you remove these foods from the body that the body is working and breaking down, now you give the body a break, literally. And now all of a sudden the spirit gets louder and louder because the body got quieter and quieter. It's not working so much. So when you're not eating those foods that the body got to work to break down, right? I'm not even talking in the sense of this food is not good for you. That's why I even changed what I said about the meats. I don't even want you to think about, oh, the meat is not good for you for this. The sweet, it's not about what's not good for you. Listen to the body. It's giving the body a break from having to break down these foods. It has to work harder to break it down. Water and live veggies and fruit. Yes, Ra. That's exactly where I'm going. So while on this detox, what you will eat is live food, light code, food that get first trophic light codes from the sun, right? So fruits, vegetables, raw fruits and vegetables, smoothies, fruit smoothies. We have green smoothies during this time because the green smoothies is really helping your body to get rid of the greens, right? In the smoothies is helping the body to get rid of anything that's still in your intestines, put it that way. You'll see when you go to the bathroom, right? It'll help all of that, like kind of flush all of that out. You also drink lime water first thing when you get up. As soon as you get up in the morning, before you brush your teeth, don't even brush your teeth yet. Get up and put that hot water on, preferably spring water, bottled water, not from the pipe. If you can. If not, that's okay. But if you can, preferably spring water or bottled water. Put that in the pot, warm it up, right? Don't do it in the microwave. Warm it up. You want to try to utilize less processed things as possible. No processed foods, live fruits, live vegetables. Put that water in the pot, boil it, squeeze your lime into it every morning. First thing. After you have your lime water or whatever, you could go brush your teeth or whatever. Have the lime water. Put a little kick of cayenne pepper in it if you can tolerate it. I couldn't take it at first, but if you can, drop a little kick of cayenne, choop, 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 and you're going to feel what that's going to do is it's going to release a lot of mucus. Like you'll see. If you've never done this, you'll see at the first time you're going to be like spitting a lot. Like for women, for women who've had babies, you're going to be like, why the hell am I spitting like I'm pregnant? For those who've had those type of pregnancies, sometimes It didn't happen with all my pregnancies, but it did happen with some. Like, why am I spitting all the time? Am I pregnant? Like, no, you're not pregnant. You're detoxing. Okay. For the women who might think something may be going on, it's a part of the detox. So when you are drinking the lime water, it's that lime water is going to bring out that mucus, right? Not alcohol. That's right, Deborah. No alcohol, no alcohol. Increase your time. Increase your time. Yes. She said, not alcohol. Yes. Oh, Sweet said something. Sweet Victory. Thank you. Yes. No alcohol. Nothing that you have, because remember now when you drink the alcohol, what has to break down the alcohol? That liver. Right? You want to give all of your body a break. So life, fruits, and vegetables. Right? Now you could do this, ideally we do this for 14 days. So basically about 2 weeks. But what I'm proposing to you all is that if you can at least do this for 1 week, if we can get through this week, we can commit to this, whoever chooses to be a part of it, right? It's all by choice. I'm just sharing it with you, and it is going to help with the process. If you can do 7 days, and for those who may find that hard, don't look ahead of you and be like, oh my God, 7 days. Like what I tell some people, do 1 day. Just say, I commit to 1 day, and see how you get through that day, and just take it 1 day at a time. Some of you might say, okay, I can commit to 3 days. Just know yourself and be really honest about what you can commit to. Stick to that short-term commitment and then see how far you can go. Because chances are by the time you've done the 3rd day, you can keep going. It always happens. Every time we do it, when we get through the 3rd day and we do a check-in, because we check in on our Zoom meetings. And whenever we do a check-in, everybody is like, I could keep going. I feel like I want to keep going. Keep going. And they'll push it to maybe 5 days. And then they'll do the 7. And when they go through the whole week, some of them will be like, you know what? I think I could do the 2nd week. So rather than just putting it on your plate and saying, I'm going to do the whole 2 weeks, or I'm going to do the whole week, and then you beat up on yourself when you kind of, have a cheat or whatever the case may be. Which, again, this brings me to my next part now. The cravings. Because what we notice is that there are some cravings. We always ask certain questions. What are you craving? Like when we stopped eating, what did you start craving? Your body's going to start speaking to you. As soon as you go into the detox, you're going to start having some strong cravings for something. Pay attention to that. Now, this is the part where I'm guiding you, teaching you, if you will, to pay attention to the cravings and how to. So as soon as you stop, you're going to see what cravings there are. Pay attention. Are you craving sweets? Are you craving meats? Are you craving salty food, crunchy food? Are you craving carbs, grains? Because that's comfort food, right? And so when you pay attention to that, look at what you're craving. And then when you see what it is, then the next step is to understand what that is. And this is why I like doing the Zoom, because I have a chart, and we bring up some of these charts and we look at, the emotional wheel, so you can see what emotion to pay attention to, because the emotions are energy in motion, right? Let me see if I missed anything. Sorry, I meant alcohol. It's a blocker too. Yes, Sweet, it is a blocker. Ginger is good as well. Thank you, Ra. She said, I'm just joking. Yeah, Deborah is like, alcohol too? What happened, Deborah? You like that wine? You like to have a little wine here and there? More water, yes. Lots of water during this time. Shoot, 1 hour. Oh, Deborah says, shoot, let me take it 1 hour at a time. If you got to do that, Deborah, that's right. Say, I'm going to go for 1 hour. And when that hour passes, you just keep going. Ooh, I think I could go 2 hours. Ooh, I think I could go 6 hours, half a day. Quarter of a day. Ooh, I think I could go 12 hours, half a day. Then you push it again. Ooh, I think I could go 24 hours. That's one whole day, Deborah. Come on. Take it 1 hour at a time. If that's your one step at a time, one step at a time. Ashe. So, okay, let me make sure I got everybody. Okay, yeah. Next, a whole week, right, Ty? Next thing she gonna be like, I'm gonna take a whole week. She gonna go from 1 hour to 1 day to one whole week. I'm glad I found you. I'm on the East Coast, 2:20 a.m. I'll be back. Ashe, Ashe, sweet.
Ashe.
We're welcome. I'm glad you found me too. What Jack said? What's that show? Will and Grace. When Jack said, "You my new best friend. Call me every time."
Mommy.
We're forming that community right now. Yes. What? You want to say hi?
Mm-hmm.
I take you out to Taco Bell any day of the week. Don't even need to use coupons. You know I got it like that at 48 Studios. You gonna take me out to Taco Bell anytime? Say hi.
Hi.
You want to say, okay, the other one wants to say hi. Say hi live.
Hi, Live.
Okay, now go on in. It's getting a little nifty outside. You see I got on a jacket. Go in. Go on in. Go on in now, you hear? Come on back now, you hear? Right? Oh, you retracted your message. You don't want to take me to Taco Bell no more? Yo quiero Taco Bell. Right? So, what else was I saying? Like, there's so much I want to give y'all about the detox. We'll definitely go a little bit deeper into it tomorrow, and we'll do a little checkup. I want to do the Zoom, so if you all are very serious about this and you want to understand more, because then I could bring up the chart, we'll do a Zoom on Wednesday. On Wednesday, you'll have to message me so I can send you the Zoom link. Message me or email me so I can send you the Zoom link, and then we can tap in on Wednesday and I can bring up the chart, and just so you have a visual of some of these things, because it's real serious. This is really helpful, but it's real serious, and it's how much you put in on this. So one of the things I always tell people in a detox, don't feel guilty if you backslide, right? Yeah, oh, you can't even eat peanuts. No peanuts either. While you're on a detox, instead of peanuts, eat seeds. Like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, even though I'm not a flax seeds person. For the greens in your smoothie, I use spinach. You can use spinach, kale, any type of leafy greens. Just grab some greens, watercress, arugula, whatever it is, and put that in your, blend it all up, right? And believe me, it still tastes good, especially if you're using fruits. I do a fruit smoothie. I put all my berries in there, raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, all the berries, Berry City. And then I put a banana in there. Remember, no sweets, those natural sweets, yes. I put the banana in there to be my natural sweet. No honey, no, what is it again? No honey, no sugars, just all fruits. Remember, fruits are naturally sweet. So all fruits, put some greens in there, and there's your smoothie. You can have that smoothie all throughout the day, right? I usually have it, in the beginning, the breakfast, in the morning, like in the rising, I'm saying in the morning. So the first thing will be that lime water before you even brush your teeth, lime water. And then after that, if you want to brush your teeth, fine. Want to finish eating, I personally finish eating and then brush my teeth. So then I'll have tea, regular tea. Like we have our own regular, like mint. Have some kind of tea after that. One of the reason beings too is whenever you're fasting or detoxing, there's something about warm teas, warm drinks that really soothe your bellies, and kind of so that you don't have to feel any hunger, right? It really speaks to the body in a type of way. So have some kind of tea, mint tea, ginger mint tea, and I would suggest if you have things in your backyard, use something natural. If you do, if not, hey, get the boxed mint tea or whatever. I have my teas in the backyard. I go and cut them fresh. I have rosemary. I have fever grass, what y'all call lemongrass. I have vervine, like all that. I just go in the backyard and take the leaves off, and I got my own tea. So if you don't, feel free to use any of the other teas as natural as possible. The foods that you eat, you want to do your best to not eat any foods that have to go through, preservation, no processed foods. So you want to keep it as natural as possible. Think of it this way: the least hands it goes through, the better. That means the least mass production that it has to go through, the better. Right? So the vegetables, yes, the fruits, the what you eat at night. Remember, no carbs. So no rice, no potatoes, no vegetables that are carbs. So don't let that fool you either. You might take some potato and be like, I'm eating my veggies. No carbs. The carbs is the tricky part. The body has to break down these carbs. Carbs turn into sugars. Like there's a certain type of sugar in the carbs. So there's a breaking down of the carbs and the sugar part of the carbs. So no potato, no what's the other one? No squash, nothing that is carbs, right? You may want to eat some zucchinis, like or eggplants, or and cook it up. And instead of rice, you can have avocados. Like I cut slices of avocados and eat that with my steamed vegetables. The oils that you use, you don't want to use regular cooking oil. You want to use avocado oil, or what's the other oil? Coconut oil or avocado oil. There's another kind I'm trying to remember. Cooking oil or avocado oil. Beetroot, yes. Apples and cucumbers. That island in me. I be feeling like, which way do I say this word? Right? I'm about to say apples and cucumbers and celery, and then I remembered, hey, I'm speaking to an American audience. It's cucumbers. Beetroot, yes. Beans, protein, veggies is best. I follow Tim Ferriss best. Okay, thank you, Crystal. Thank you for sharing that as well. I don't know about him, but I'm gonna have to look him up now. Tim Ferriss. So yes. Oh, no beans. No beans though. Beans, you have to break down the beans. No beans, no carbs. What else? Yeah, no beans. I know. There's people like, but beans, that's vegetarian. Remember, this is not about what you can and can't eat. The key is keeping the body from having to break down any of these foods. And your body has to break down beans a little bit more. Yes, they do. That's why they say beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. Right? So, what else is there? Trying to make sure I get all that so that when you start tomorrow, you know how you can start your day. So for those who are going to be participating, remember when you start, first thing, water and lime. Have some tea, and then you may want to have some fruits. Have a nice little collage of fruits. Put your little fruit bowl together. And remember, preparation avoids temptation. For those of you who are saying, man, this is going to be tough. Preparation avoids temptation. So prepare your foods. For those of you that have to go to work, and because that's what got me the first time, you're going to end up sliding because you didn't prepare. So if you feel like you got to get up early or whatever, prepare your foods the night before. Cut up your fruits, because you ain't going to have time to cut them up in the morning. So if you got to get up and go to work, cut up your fruits, your bowl of fruits from the night before, or your vegetables from the night before if you can. Cut them up before you go to work. Cut them up in the day, so that you have it with you, so that when it's lunchtime or whatever, you ain't got to be trying to figure out, oh, what I'm gonna do. No, you already have your food prepared. If you're going to a party or an event, which I wouldn't suggest to do right now. Right now, I'm not doing parties and events. It's too much demonic activity happening out there with friends and families, and negative. But if you happen to go somewhere to an event or whatever, pack your food. Walk with your own food, your own snacks, meaning walk with your own sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, so you don't got to be feeling like the munchies. And make sure you're eating yours. When people are eating around you, eat yours, because when you're eating, you're already speaking to the body. You're already putting something in the body and you're speaking to the body, so you don't have to miss nothing. So the body don't got to be like, oh man, I sure wish I had what you got. Nah, your body's going to be satisfied. And again, it depends on your mind. If you're really fighting it, then you're not going to be satisfied, right? Zucchini and foil on the grill tastes sweet. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Wrap that zucchini in foil on a grill. Put it on the grill. Easy to grow, but takes a lot of space. Yeah, I wanted to, see if I can grow some zucchinis. Because I believe, and if you're going to practice growing foods, I would say grow what you eat. Don't just grow things to grow things. Like we eat, see, one of them foods that I got to stop and think again. About to say, we eat okra. We eat okra. We eat okra. You know what I mean. We eat that. The Jamaican language. When you grow up in a Jamaican household, yeah, but I was trying to get it out how to say it, because automatically it comes out okra. But again, I'm remembering that I'm also speaking to a different audience. In the American tongue, it's okra. it's it's okra. Like you eat fried okra. But in the Jamaican language, it's okra. Like the letter U, okra. So it be catching me. Like it's like the word about to come out, but something be like, wait, how we gonna say this? Which way is the correct way? And I get a bit confused in translation, right? So thank you, Crystal. She's like, okay, gotcha, girl. Yes, got it. I know the word. It's just how I'm gonna say it, right? So yes, okra is really good. I like to grow it. I shouldn't say I like to. I like to eat it. So I like a lot of it, so that's what I should grow, right? So in this detox, for those who are starting tomorrow, start with your tea. For those who are serious, email me or message me, and I'll give you the Zoom link so we can touch base on Wednesday. You could be a part of the Zoom and I can pull up some of this information. So the cravings that you have now, here's the thing. When you eat something, if you happen to backslide, do not eat with guilt. Do not eat and be like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that. That is not good for your vibration. It's an incoherent frequency with the cells within your body, because now you're eating with guilt, and it's like a icky feeling to the body, right? So don't feel guilty about it. If you happen to eat something that you shouldn't, if you happen to eat a meat, a sweet, or a carb, don't feel guilty about it. Just go through it. And then ask yourself, here's the important part. What was I craving? What was it that I was craving? Why did I have to have this? And in the craving, what is it? Is it the carb? Because then you have to see that in that craving, every craving is an emotion. So it's hiding an emotion. So what is the emotion that I'm hiding? So if I'm craving the carb, it means that I need comfort. I am looking for comfort, which means on the emotional wheel, the opposite of comfort on the love wheel is hurt on the fear-based wheel. So it means that you have some fear there and you're seeking comfort. So you're eating these comfort foods, and it has to do with the solar plexus as well. We'll go deeper into that, on Wednesday. So ask yourself, go into the feeling, not the craving. Hear what I'm saying? Feed the feeling, not the craving. Feel the craving. Feed the feeling. Let me say that again. Feel the craving. Your body is going to indicate, hey, we got a craving. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. Extract the information that you need out of that feeling and identify the emotion. So feel it, but feed the feeling, not the craving. And that means not feeding it with food. feed it what it needs to know, what it needs to hear. So if it's comfort, if you're hurt, then sit with yourself and say, okay, what am I hurt about? What is it that's hurting me right now? It could be something from the past. It could be something in the immediate now moment. But whatever it is, ask yourself, what is it that is hurting me? Something is triggering that right now. And that's what you're really dealing with in your consciousness. The feeling is telling you what's going on in your consciousness. So when it comes up and you go after something and you eat it, allow yourself to have it, but then now sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is this craving? What is the emotion in this craving? Now, if you catch yourself before that, even better. If you feel the craving, but before you get to it, you stop yourself. This is another level of the mature aspect of it, right? You can stop yourself and say, all right, wait a minute. Before I go feed myself hold on. What is it that I'm feeling? Where is this coming from? How come all of a sudden I'm feeling a need for this or the want for this? What is the emotion, right? And so let's say you feel for a chocolate or I don't know, something sweet, and you're like, you know what? Rather than going to grab that, what is it that is depressing me? Because when you feel for something sweet, it's depression. And depression is suppressed anger. So then first ask yourself, so when you're depressed, it's always going to be a two-part question. What is depressing me? And it doesn't mean you're mopey like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. It don't mean you're clinically depressed. Depression is simply the suppression of anger. So you start to go through the motions. When you start to know yourself, you'll see the signs. When you really pay attention, you'll know the signs. And you'll be like, ooh, I feel depression coming upon me, right? So when you feel that need for sweet, ask yourself, don't feed the craving, feed the feeling. What is it that I feel depressed about? And really sit with it. And then what is it that what am I not allowing myself to be angry about? What's really getting to me that I'm suppressing to the point that I feel some type of depression? What is that? And I guarantee you, the moment you answer these questions, the craving will subside. The craving is going to go away. I can't make this ish up. Everyone that has experienced it in our groups have said the same thing. It was like, damn, you was right. When I took the time to address the feeling, I didn't even crave. I didn't need the thing no more. Because you put your spirit over your flesh. You put your soul over your flesh. I believe every woman needs at least one orange a day, grapefruit and mandarin. I feel you, Crystal. I wish I was a little more citrusy. I feel you, but it's like, I know, especially grapefruit. I can't stand grapefruit. It's just not my fruit. But I can do oranges. I can do the mandarins. I do like, that's the little mini oranges. I do like those. I can do that. But it's never usually in my fruit bowl. I'm a berries person. For me, it's all about the berries. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much for coming through. Right? We'll tap in again. We'll definitely tap in again on Wednesday. I may tap in Tuesday in a live, but Wednesday, remember, if you all are serious, if this is for you, message me, email me. I will send you the link so we can tap in for more about this detox to detach, because there's so much more. I would really love to show you all the images, the pictures, right? And so the emotional wheel, I think we'll talk more about that next time, because I'm feeling like I need to go to, and I feel like I gave you all as much information as I could, right? Jawan says, I just did. You did? Oh, did you message me? You just messaged me? And my email, for those who need to know, is akilatextry@gmail.com. AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com. Okay, you did email me. All right, I'll go check it, because I got to go check to see who's signing up for the retreat as well. So a few things to remember before I close out. The 5D calendars. I got it right here. Don't forget, get your 5D calendars at a 5D corner near you, which means that it's here with me. Email me, message me as well if you're ready for your 5D calendars for the new true year. Um, the next Chakra Moon workshop is going to be in June. The retreat is going to be the end of this month, the Ancestral Passage Retreat in Jamaica. It's limited to 6 people, so first come, first serve. I believe we're up to 4 people, so there are about 2 spaces. I'm still waiting. Unofficially 4, officially 1, right? Oh no, today, officially 2. Unofficially, we have about 4 or 5 people. Officially meaning deposit is ready to go, right? Thank you for your knowledge. You're so welcome. We're welcome, Crystal. Well, I sent my email through TikTok in your inbox. Okay, so I'll check the inbox in here. You got it. I got you, Jawan. I got you. And also, what else do I offer? Natal chart readings. Natal chart readings, I offer one-on-ones for those who need any type of fifth dimensional guidance in shifting spiritual guidance and how we're moving and alchemizing these energies. I offer one-on-ones with that as well as the natal charts. So anything that you want, I'm very, reachable. I'm not hard to get or to reach, right? GN, thanks. Thanks for being here. Where are you again, Joanne? Were you the one on the West Coast? Let me know. Let me know. And thank you for joining and being here with us, Deborah, and everybody else who was coming through. Ra, everyone who was sharing the lives. Ra, Crystal, Deborah, Butterfly, all that came through and who was here yesterday and who's been showing up and showing up for yourself, because it works if you work it. I'm inviting, I'm just facilitating, I'm being the channel, but it works if you work it. I should say and, not but. And it works if you work it. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the roses. And I'm feeling my throat chakra. I need to expand, excel, everything. Release. Right? So I really worked it, and faithfully you all got as much information as you could get. Know that these are some serious times, and we got to be able to alchemize these energies, and it's all about where you do the work right here in your mind. That's why we're doing this detox and detach, and in doing so you'll be able, not just with foods, but you'll be able to detach from certain particular things that are going on in your life, world, and affairs, which is what we need. That thing that you're grappling with, that you're like, why is this happening to me? You're going to be able to detach and be like, it's not for me. You're going to be able to depersonalize, and we'll talk about that some more, where when they doing stuff, you can say, hey, forgive them for they know not what they do. It's not personal. It's a whole spiritual warfare. It's the principalities that we're wrestling with. It's not them. It's beyond them. It's never at the surface level. So be able to depersonalize what you're seeing at the surface level. Ashe? So faithfully, we have done our due diligence. Let me see what we have. What about banana chips? No chips. No chips. No banana chips. Do you listen to Ariana Grande, I think you said. Yes. I'm not a big Ariana Grande person, but I hear her. I don't have a problem with her, but I don't go looking for her, just to be honest. But I don't have a problem with her. And so no banana chips. The chips is when you want something crunchy because you're irritated. If you're craving anything salty, it's because what are you salty about? What are you annoyed about? Right? And chips and that very similar. That's why chips are crunchy and salty, because there's some type of frustration and annoyance. Right? And if you're craving meat, it's like, what do you want to tear into? It's like anger, or mad about something, like I want to just tear into some flesh. So it kind of brings that about, just to throw the rest of those cravings out there, so you have something to look at when it comes up, what kind of question you can ask yourself. Ashe? I love unwinding to a big Ariana. It say Areola, but I think you mean Ariana. I think I'm saying, don't let me, far be it for me to tell you what you writing about. So again, thank you all for your love and light and sharing. And for those who are in the detox or detach, let's get it. Let's go. One out, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. But make the commitment and do not eat in guilt and go to, where the core thought is in mind. We're not feeding the cravings. We are feeding the feelings. Ashe? So with that said, thank you all for passing through again. Happy Moon Day Monday. I'm going to rest that day, so you probably won't hear from me again until Tuesday, unless Spirit tells me otherwise. Peace, love, and light. Ashe.